we survived for 12 rounds. We need a knock, all right? Listen, you guys, I know you guys have questions. You always have questions on Instagram and Twitter. Here's an opportunity to get involved on this broadcast. If you ask the right questions, get on DAZN Twitter, get on Instagram. You might get your questions answered here live on this show. But we got to get you warmed up, get the show started. We're going to go over our guy, Beto Duran, to start the show off.
Thank you so much. Akim, Barack, always doing a great job. Love their show. Beto Duran, Zurdo Ramirez, John Scrappy Ramirez. We're here for you at Crypto.com Arena. Legendary basketball games, legendary concerts tonight. Hopefully Ryan Garcia makes a statement. And Zurdo, what's it like when you come into a building like this?
It's amazing, the vibes, the people. It's amazing to be here with all the crowd.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. And Scrappy, you're working your way to try to fight in these big buildings. I know you're excited to be my partner tonight.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a great night of boxing.
There it is.
One day I will be here.
Exactly. So Scrappy Ramirez, Zurdo Ramirez, Beto Duran, and you. Let's look at the tail of the tape for our first bout tonight. Miguel Gaona from El Sereno, which is about 10 minutes away from downtown Los Angeles. 2-0, 1 KO. He's going to open up the bout against Abejon Padilla from Caguas, Puerto Rico. He had 3 fights under his belt. He's 1-2 with 1 KO. So that'll be opening up the broadcast. 3 of them coming for you here. Our ring announcer, start off the afternoon, Mark Krisky.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring right now from Canales, Puerto Rico. Let's hear it for Abejon Padilla.
There he is, Abejon Padilla, Caguas, Puerto Rico, 1-2, 1 KO. Padilla with Jorge Leon and Gilbert Gastelum in his corner. Real cool setup that they have here inside Crypto.com Arena. You have the background, you have the fighters making their ring walk. And Zurdo, when you're making the ring walk, in this day and age, it still feels cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you feel like really exciting walking into the ring and see the opponent. Is amazing feeling. You can describe that moment.
Yeah, and Scrappy, you know what it's like as you're working your way. You're 10-0, 8 KOs. When you're fighting early on in the afternoon, the building's a little bit empty, but you know that, hey, now in technology, YouTube, people are watching all over the world. It's still a time to shine.
Right, and it's also an opportunity to show the world who you are so you can get on the main card.
Fighting in the red corner, making his way into the ring, Miguel Gaona.
Big smile on his face, Tupac's California love. He's wearing Lakers purple and gold. Miguel Gaona from El Sereno. This kid has a big following on social media. I thought he was an influencer trying to box. No, he's a legit boxer, an amateur background. He's decided to move to camp with Joel Diaz in Coachella out there 2 hours away where it's 120 degrees in the morning. He's dedicated himself. He's got the Kobe 24 on the back of his jacket. He's 2-0 in the ring for the 3rd time in his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Today's action is brought to you by Golden Boy Promotions. And now for our first fight of the afternoon. First, this fight is scheduled for 4 rounds of super lights action. First, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 136 pounds with a record of 1 win, 2 losses, won by way of knockout from Canales, Puerto Rico. Padilla. And his opponent, weighing in at 138.6 pounds, with a perfect record of 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 coming by way of knockout. From Los Angeles, California, Miguel El Sereno Gaona. Referee in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, check please.
Good, how are you?
Oh, we're ready to go. Longtime referee, veteran Jack Reese will be the third man in the ring for this bout tonight. It's scheduled for 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. This will be a good one between the two young men. Gaona came in 138. Padilla is 136. So 4 rounds opening up the bout. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. 3 fights for you here on the YouTube portion at 5 o'clock Pacific. It'll be DAZN taking over. The 3 of them coming for you right now. 2 southpaws in the ring. Miguel Gaona, 2-0, 1 KO. He's got the purple and gold. And Scrappy, I'm going to start with you because you recently had a fight in a building where it's quiet. What's it like when you can hear everything?
Listen, you zone out, and he's locked in. So right now, I know he's locked in, and he's just thinking, like, he's just laying
body shot to the hook.
And that's smart. Putting mental pressure.
Another body shot, 2 of them from Gaona to the left side of the body of Padilla. And his corner telling him to stand up, and he beats it right at 9. Jack Reese, so you want to keep going. So Gaona lands 2 body shots here in the opening round. You see the redness on the side. So what do you hurt somebody like that? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, he has to move around the ring, and he need to be out of the distance of Gaona.
And if you're Gaona, what do you do?
No,
keep doing that?
Hit the body, yeah, keep doing it. I think that's it. It's enough for him.
I think that's enough. Sort of Padilla is in the corner, takes a knee, and he's right in front of you. See a lot of red on his body, and that's it. It counts him out. You're right. Sort of those body shots, you know all about it.
Yeah, I know.
You go after it.
I like it. I like throw body shot, and uppercut too.
I like how Gaona came out real patient, stalked him for 30 seconds, then went to the body.
From the beginning, Gaona, he looked really confident. Come to him. Yep. And, I mean, it was good.
Yeah, Padilla didn't offer much resistance. So congratulations to Miguel Gaona, 3-0. But those shots landed right in front of us. Scrappy, you heard the body shots landing.
Right. There were the body shots were well placed, and you know, it was about time. He didn't want to be in there. He didn't belong in there. He took him out.
Padilla. So quick work for Miguel Gaona. Joel Diaz in his camp. So Joel Diaz has Gaona in India, right? Where he has camp. He was sparring MJ, the 122 champion. And Gaona's bigger, and that's the kind of work he was getting. So much easier tonight. But hey, you do what you got to do. Is you take care of him. Gaona gets the win for his 3rd time in his career. That's Gaona's dad right there. Miguel Sr. 2 more fights coming your way. Next one's going to be Diego De Loya, 10 rounds against Enrique Bernache. And then later on, it's going to be the WBA minimum weight title eliminator, 12 rounds. Oscar Collazo, Victorville, Saludar. So Miguel Gaona, hey, did his job. Hit him to the body.
Yeah, great job.
You don't really see young fighters go to the body.
Yeah, Gaona's first 2 fights, he was headhunting. And then he got with Joel and changed him up.
It takes one fight to learn. Tonight, he proved he learned.
All right, let's get the officials from Mark Kriski.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee reaches the count of 10, and your winner by knockout from Los Angeles, California, Miguel Gaona.
All right, so that's what you got to do early on in your career, right, Zurdo? When you started off in Sinaloa, first couple fights, get out of there as soon as you can, right?
Yeah. The first fight that I got in Mazatlan, I was super exciting. It was like, let's go, next one.
Let's get going. Yeah, especially when they're only 4 rounders, right? Don't mess around, Scrappy. Get in, get out.
Right. Don't play with your food. Get him out.
Yeah, so that's right, Scrappy. It's get in, get out. And then you want to just come in, and we're going to be able to talk a little bit longer as we had a little bit of a break here with Miguel Gaona with the first round stoppage of his opponent. But back to you, Scrappy. Not too long ago, you were the guy fighting the 4-rounder, especially at the weight you fight at 115.
115 super flyweight.
So that's where I know they tell you, hey, you want to get more experience.
Right.
But let's look at the story of the fight. And Zurdo, what do you see right here? He came out right away with the body shots.
Yeah, that was a great job for him, for Gaona, because he did he threw body shot. It was great for me from the beginning, because that's the way you have to start. Body shot and then the head going down easy.
For me, as a young fighter, I like to see the patience, and he was patient. Like I said, he came out, spent 30 seconds on stalking him, and then he saw the opportunity, went to the body, and took advantage of it, and went back to the body and ended the fight. So good job, Gaona.
Yeah, Miguel Gaona came in, took care of business. A first-round stoppage for the young man. 125 of the first round. Let's go back to Ak and Barak, and they got a special guest. Is that Shawn Porter I see?
Thank you, Berto. Appreciate that. Look, we're standing here with a guy who scored a lot of knockouts with the body, always body attack. He's one of the best welterweights of our era, former world champ, retired, Mr. Shawn Porter.
What's up, champ?
I'm happy to be here, man.
I know.
Happy to be retired, happy to be able to stand next to y'all and just relax.
Are you happy to be 185 pounds solid now?
No,
are you happy?
I hate it.
I wouldn't say he's that heavy, but look, are you tired of people saying, Shawn, we want to see you back? Shawn, when are you coming back? Are you sick and tired of hearing that?
I figured out how to answer that.
How's that?
So he's saying, Shawn, you got to come back. I said, no, I don't. that ends it. Well, why not? I'm busy.
You're busy.
If I tell you that I'm busy, I'm too busy to get in the ring, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's how I handle it now. I just tell people I'm busy.
Well, you're busy with the Porter Weight podcast as well. Look, we were at a podcast yesterday with you. I mean, love what you're doing. Maybe you're too good at what you're doing in front of the camera, and that's why you can't get back in the ring.
And you know you got to cash app us for saying that, right?
No, it's not just this, though. It's so many things that I got going on, and it's only a matter of time. I really do believe that being ambitious and living your life to the fullest, and I've just put, like, I'm stacking them one thing on top of another, and I'm trying to actually conquer a few things at one time. One thing you're told not to do when you box is take on other things. So it's like boxing's out of the way. Now I can do 3 or 4 different things at one time.
Absolutely. All right, so enough about you. Let's get a synopsis on tonight against Javier Fortuna and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. Listen, Javier Fortuna, please start fast. We need him to start fast. If he starts fast and he forces Ryan Garcia to fight, it becomes a very good fight tonight. I think if he gives Ryan his space and allow Ryan to get comfortable, now Ryan's got to push the tempo and force the offense. Right. And then we'll see how it goes. But I do expect Javier to start fast. I do expect this to be somewhat of a back and forth battle. I think that Javier is going to challenge Ryan Garcia.
One of the things that people are mentioning is that size difference, right? You're a guy that in every year fights, you're the smaller guy, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that were presented your way with guys that know how to use their size?
No, but the problem is you were the shorter guy.
That's what I
You
mean,
weren't
the shorter
necessarily the smaller guy, though.
Well,
Fortuna is both, though.
You know what
Fortuna
I'm
is
saying.
smaller, shorter, and smaller, though.
Well,
right?
He's got to find out. He's got to figure out the speed of Ryan Garcia, and then you got to figure out what do I need to do to alleviate that speed. Is it that in and out motion that he likes to do, that awkwardness between moving all around? I would implore him to do that tonight, because I do think that is something that could work for him. And then, of course, getting to the body, slowing the taller, rangier, bigger fighter down, going to the body, and then he may have some success near the end of the fight.
Is that how you would fight Ryan Garcia?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do something that a lot of fighters can't do, which is work from the outside. So I would actually be offense first and make Ryan react to me. But that kind of plays into Ryan's hands because he's a counterpuncher by nature. So I think it's a lot of ways that this fight can play out, but the most exciting way, which is why I'm here working the zone, is that it's exciting if Fortuna goes at Ryan and forces Ryan to fight.
All right, so you don't need a paycheck. The zone doesn't need a paycheck. He's only here to see an exciting fight.
Listen,
right.
Shawn, you're a former WBC champ. Look, there's no secret. Ryan yesterday said, listen, he might stay at 140. We know that the big fights are at 135, but according to him, his theory, he says, hey, I don't need those belts. Those fights would eventually happen at whatever weight they happen. Is he making a mistake by that statement, or do you agree with him?
I got a feeling this gentleman is daring to be a trendsetter. I think he's telling everybody else to come on up here, and it actually is a little, it's intelligent, and let me tell you why. he's going to give himself time to grow into 140 instead of growing out of 135, while everybody else is struggling to make 135, going for the big fights and all the money. Eventually, everybody's going to start doing what Ryan is doing. He's setting the trend.
But is it far-fetched? Tank fought at 140 against Barrios, performed well, right? Teofimo up at 140. Devin said at one point that if he doesn't get the shot at 135, he's going up to 140. So eventually, all those guys will be there anyway.
The most interesting part about that is you cannot argue Ryan Garcia for staying at 140. Everybody else is either coming up or has already had some success there. So you can't really argue it. Even me earlier today, I said, why would he stay at 140? The money is at 135. Right. Come on up here. Yeah. You need me. Come on up here. You know?
Well, but let's talk about the belts. You know, he said a lot of things about the belts, how they don't matter. Now, I understand that sometimes we think the belts get in the way, but if you have all of the belts like Devin Haney, that says something. Every little kid dreams about that, and people put their lives on the line for these belts. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. When you can sell out an arena and you don't have a belt, do I really need a belt?
Right, but Shawn, but to his point, I mean, when you were a kid, I mean, I know you played football as well, but even after, once you took boxing serious, there has to be a dream in there like, I want to hold those straps in the Hall of Fame. I mean, what great fighter. I'll say this, we talked about this yesterday. Yeah. Can you think of an all-time great that never held the world title?
No, there's no all-time great that has never held a title, but I think that that's something that boxing has kind of forced us to realize that if you're not a world champion, you may not mean as much to the sport. I think he's proven everybody wrong by doing what he's been able to do without a belt. And I think the other part of that is we have to realize, hey, Ryan Garcia, what are your goals? Has your goal ever been to hold the WBC? Right. Has it ever been to hold the IBF?
He has said it before in the past that he wanted to hold the WBC belt.
So we have to fall in line with what he's believing. Okay. If he believes that he can stay at 140, eventually a belt will come. If not, he's happy making the money, selling out the arenas. I'm all about the fighter. Do what the fighter wants, and let the rest happen for us.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're going to fight these great fighters like he's saying, they're all going to have belts. Great fighters have belts, and that's it.
Well, let's talk about two fighters that had plenty of belts and definitely are all-time greats and will be in the Hall of Fame. Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. That's coming up on September 17th. Look, this is a highly anticipated trilogy. I mean, one of the most in our era, because a lot of people felt that Triple G won that first fight. Some even felt that he won the second. I don't agree with that, but let it be. I mean, nevertheless, this is a real rivalry, and Canelo dislikes Triple G.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
And so, I'm going to be honest. When the fight was even being talked about, the trilogy, I'm like, I don't want to see that. Triple G's not this anymore. He's not that anymore. And I sat down and I realized to myself, wow, Triple G's still healthy. Right. Triple G hasn't put miles on since those fights. Right. Canelo has. Canelo's been in some tough fights.
Right.
Definitely one to count.
Right.
And then I took a look at it again. I said, wow, if Triple G's just been studying this whole time, that means he's going to be ready for the test. And so I'm actually a little bit back on boat with making this fight happen, expecting another great fight. The first two were exciting.
You know what I say? I say styles make fights. People are saying that Triple G declined. I think no, Derevyanchenko was a different style. He went to the body. He hurt Triple G. But who gives Canelo problems? Triple G. Styles make fights, so it doesn't matter. This should be a tough fight no matter what.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, the fact that Canelo lost Super Bowl, that put something out in the air. People said invincibility. This is a fight too right here. This is where Canelo Alvarez fought that Mexican style that Abel Sanchez was saying that he couldn't fight. This is when Canelo Alvarez tracked Triple G down and backed him up. Yeah. You know, most of that fight, which a lot of people were surprised about.
Yeah, we saw Canelo make adjustments in the second fight. No secret. And with that being said, I thought he convincingly won the second fight. The thing I want to see most out of this fight, beyond the excitement, is I want to see who Triple G really is. I think that we've known who he's been for a very long, or we knew who he was for a very long time, and then we have a perception of who he's been for some odd number of years now. And so I think that if there was ever a time for him to have a legacy fight, a historical moment in the ring, it is Canelo Alvarez that he needs to have that against. And I think that he's got to make some tweaks, some adjustments, and bring him to the ring and be great.
All right, so we know what Canelo wants to do after he fights Triple G. Let's say he wins. He wants to rematch Bivol. But let's just say Triple G wins. Does he retire with you? You guys go on a boat together or something? Go fishing?
I think he should. You know, and again, I'm gonna be honest. I said that Triple G is an 04 Olympian. Most you fight maybe 3 quads past your quad. That's 12 years.
I've never heard somebody say that.
Beyond 3 quads, and you're going into 4. I think this might be 5 quads coming up.
Wow.
If I'm not wrong, 5 quads now for Triple G, and so it has to be now. And then yes, you ride off into the sunset, whether that's with me or not, because I have knocked him a little bit in the past.
All right. Well, listen. Look, Shawn. Canelo Alvarez, we sat with him a few weeks ago at the LA press conference. He has his eyes set on that rematch with Bivol after beating Triple G. I mean, is that a mistake? He's a prideful guy. He took the loss hard. He wants to avenge that loss, and he only has those 2 names on his horizon. Yeah. Is it a mistake to already be thinking about Bivol before beating Triple G?
Yeah, of course it is. I think that so here, let's do this with Canelo. Canelo knows exactly who he is as a fighter. He'll look at anybody in this arena right now and say, you can't beat me. I don't need to focus on you. And that's where his state of mind is. And he's performed like that all the way up until Bivol. Styles make fights. I think that style, Bivol just had the style. Canelo couldn't make adjustments, is what it is. Coming back to 175, take your time. Give your body a chance to adjust to the weight so that you can be as effective as you need to be against Bivol. I think this first time his body hadn't adjusted well enough, and he didn't have enough in the tank. And also intelligent-wise, he didn't have enough. He didn't bring any adjustments to the ring for that fight against Bivol. But no, I don't think it's crazy of him to, and I guess in a sense, look past Triple G because he knows who he is, and I have to salute that.
And I always say looking past is kind of like not training hard for the guy that's in front of you, you know. But what about Canelo? You seen the fight. Did you see things he can tweak to possibly get that victory? Or just Bivol just wins 100 times out of 100?
He's got to make adjustments, but the funny thing, like if you're a coach or you want to give somebody advice, give somebody advice based on what they can do. I can't give Canelo advice because I don't know if Canelo can box like me. I don't know if he's got the quick feet and he can make those movements and feints and things that I believe I saw that Canelo should have done against Bivol. He's got to be quicker with his feet. He's got to be able to get in and out, and he's also got to be able to box a little bit more from the outside. I think that those were key. And the number one thing I thought he left out of the ring was going to the body. I didn't see any body attack.
And that's something that he normally does. But sometimes you think in some cases, you think a loss does something to a fighter who's been winning for so long and having so much success, because he told us he is more focused than ever before. Does a fighter sometimes maybe need that? I know you prefer not to lose, but can that do something in a positive way for Canelo Alvarez?
Yeah. You know what? Even in a win, if he had adversity against Bivol, it would have improved him. It's not necessarily the loss that makes a fighter improve. It's the adversity that we realize through the loss. Sometimes we have adversity, we win, and we keep it moving.
You forget about the mistakes.
The loss makes you stop and say, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what about him taking this time to fight Triple G, Canelo that is, and not just go straight into fighting Bivol? Good or bad?
I wanted to see him go right back.
Me too.
I did, because I do believe that he can make adjustments, given a second opportunity, and beat Bivol. I do have him winning the rematch whenever it does happen. I think him going back and fighting Triple G, of course, the money, of course, the opportunity to go back out there again and kind of get himself back into winning form, you know what I'm saying?
You know, to your point earlier, you know, I heard whispers 6-7 months ago. I'm not sure if I want to see Triple G Canelo 3. I don't hear those whispers anymore. Everybody wants to see this fight, and it's going down September 17th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Canelo, Triple D, the trilogy. Check it out.
Very few fights can be called super fights. This is one of them. Both men are firing what they've got.
This is a draw. There has to be a rematch. And new. There's a score to settle.
There's real bad blood here.
Everybody wants to fight, right? He took a lot of shit.
I don't want talking with him. I want to fight.
So Shawn taught me something. Now, people tell me, you have to do this. So I'm going to tell them, no, I don't. I think I'm going to use it. I'm busy. No, I don't. Listen, Shawn, man, as always, a pleasure. Friends of the room, appreciate taking the time. Looking forward to seeing Shawn. Will be on the broadcast later on the main card, doing what he does best. Thank you, Shawn, as always. All right, look, we're going to take it over to Beto Duran to continue the prelims.
Great combo between Akbarak and Shawn Porter. That was real good breakdown. And yeah, Canelo Triple G. And my partner right now, Zurdo Ramirez, is looking at that promo like, yeah, I want some of that too. Let's look at the tail of the tape for our next fight coming your way. It's going to be Diego de la Hoya in the ring for the first time since 2019, taking Enrique Bernache. This is actually a rematch. Their first fight was stopped in the second round because of a clash of heads, and Bernache has been saying that Diego's been ducking him. Well, he gets a shot at him this afternoon at Crypto.com Arena. All right, let's bring him in. Mark Kursky, our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way into the ring from Guadalajara, Mexico, Enrique Bernache.
Me dicen el tapatío. Enrique Bernache representing Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. A veteran of 37 fights. Making his way into the ring here at Crypto.com Arena. Our second bout of the night in the featherweight division. Got that smile on his face. It's a fight that he's been wanting for a while.
Let's see how bad he really wanted this fight.
Yeah.
Let's keep the same energy.
I was waiting for somebody to say that, right? You want it, you want it. Well, here you go, vamos.
Yep. Let's see what he brings to the table.
They call him the Tapatio, man. So it should be spicy.
Checking out the ring, and he's telling the referee, like, it's a little slippery. And he's telling Ray Corona it's slippery.
His opponent from Mexicali, Mexico, Diego de la Hoya.
And there he is, Dieguito de la Hoya, the 5-year-old walking in with his dad for the first time in his career. Because Diego hasn't fought in almost 2 years because of injuries, because of health issues, and because of the pandemic. So this is the first time that he was saying that his son actually understands what his dad does. So that's got to be a real cool moment.
Right.
Diego de la Hoya, he's coming back again, and he used to be good. He used to be good. I like his style, the way he moved. He was faster, but let's see. Let's see. He was a long time out of the ring.
His only loss coming to Ronnie Rios, where he got knocked out by Ronnie Rios at one more fight at the end of 2019 in Mexicali. And here he is back into the ring, moving up to a new division at 126 pounds. That it feels really good. But he says really good because he has a chance to have his son with him. So this is a good fight. Our second one of the afternoon here at Crypto.com Arena.
I like the shoes. Nice and shiny.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 10 rounds of featherweight action. Judges scoring the fight, Rudy Berrigan, Fernando Villarreal, and Zachary Young. Referee in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Ray Corona. First, introducing out of the blue corner, weighing in at 125.2 pounds, with a record of 24 wins, 13 losses. 12 of those wins coming by way of knockout from Guadalajara, Mexico, Enrique Bernache. And his opponent, to my right, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 126 pounds, with a record of 23 wins, 1 loss. 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout from Mexicali, Mexico, Diego de la Hoya. Once again, at the sound of the bell, the man in charge of the action, Ray Corona.
Aquí está bien. You want to touch gloves? Do it now. Si quieren. God bless.
Third man in the ring, Ray Corona, long-time veteran referee, does a great job in there controlling the action. And let me just give it to you right now. That logo, that gold logo, Ray Corona went to both fighters and told them that it's slippery. Bernache went into the ring and he stepped and he slipped. Told Corona about that. Then he went and told Diego de la Hoya to watch out for that. So we'll keep an eye on that new logo. All right, this was scheduled for 10 rounds. Beto Duran, Zurdo Ramirez, and Scrappy Ramirez. And you see Bernache immediately. Yeah. I don't think it's the logo, Zurdo.
I think it's the shoes.
It's his shoes, isn't it?
I think it's the shoe. He need to use tape in the shoe. For, like,
yeah, he's sliding around as Bernache. He has no balance, nothing to stand on. And Diego de la Hoya lands a 1-2 as Bernache, his eyes wide open. He's a veteran of 37 fights, so you know he's been in adverse conditions before. But Zurdo, have you ever had that happen where your boots aren't working?
But well, just in the ring. But I mean, just in the gym, not in a fight. Not fight, yeah. You have to use a different shoe for that.
Oh yeah, he's sliding back. He cannot plant Bernache in black.
It's good for Diego.
Yeah, Diego's shoes are fine. Diego has balance here.
Diego need to like pushing back. And
let's see what type of adjustment he makes right now that he's unstable.
And you see Bernache throws a punch, but his foot keeps on going, his lead foot. It went right next to the corner of Enrique and Bernache in the blue corner, so they'll hear that instruction from his corner really loud. Scrappy, did that ever happen to you where your shoes aren't working?
This has never happened to me, thank God, and I hope it won't happen.
Oh, and Diego lands a good left hook.
He got it with the left hook.
Yep. Yeah, Bernache goes back, and I know it sounds like I'm talking about it a lot, but it's a big point, sort of.
It is.
So when you were in training and that happened to you, what did you do?
Yeah, well, I put tape in my shoes. And
at the bottom of the feet?
Yeah, the bottom, yeah.
Okay.
Remember, everything starts from the feet. The base is super important. If you don't have a base, you're in trouble.
But right now, Bernache, he can move because he slipped a lot.
Yeah.
See,
he got hit, but he slipped.
Yeah.
And Diego de la Hoya having a good opening round.
He should take advantage of this opportunity.
And he get caught. Bernache.
Yep, Bernache's left eye is swollen.
I like Diego's body work.
He take distance, he move around. Diego, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Combination.
2.5 years not being in the ring. Diego de la Hoya in his first round. He's looking smooth here, Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah, he look sharp. He look good. He move around. He don't stuck in one position. He need to use more the jab, Diego.
Lorana Bell, the timekeeper tonight, letting us know less than 10 seconds to go in the opening round. Good solid round for Diego de la Hoya. As Bernache comes back to his corner, slipping like he's playing hockey, because underneath the surface where the Kings have their ice, and then the left eye of Bernache is cut, so he does look like a hockey player, Scrappy.
He looks like a hockey player.
There you go.
All right, now they're going to put some tape. But let's look at some highlights here for the first round, Zurdo.
Yeah. That was a bad position for El Duende because he don't have balance. He don't have balance. He's sleeping a lot, and it's not good for him.
Also, Diego de la Hoya keeping constant pressure, going to the body, changing his punches up and down. I like that.
And there you see they're putting the tape on the soles of Enrique Bernache. Baltasar Molina, his trainer, also Osvaldo Espinosa. So they figured it out. They got it.
Yeah, me escuchó.
He heard you, huh?
Yeah, he heard me, and it's good. He wanna have better balance, but Diego, he needs to take distance all the time. Use the jab, body jab, up and down, fin, and throw the uppercut too. Good what he's doing.
Good pit stop for Bernache's corner. It was like a NASCAR race, right? Where they worked on his eye, they put some Vaseline, and then they changed the tires. All that good stuff. And now Bernache looks a little different, doesn't he?
Of course, he looks more confident.
But the next round, I think he needs to start using every round the tape in the shoe.
Yeah. So every round they should tape it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He should tape it. Diego need to move more the waist and throw the jab like up and down. Look.
Okay. From Diego De La Hoya. You got the snake
Good
skin.
body shot.
Yes, it was.
From Diego.
Zurdo, Diego was telling me, you know, I've done all of his fights since he turned pro, and I was like, you know, did you need a break? I know he injured his hand, he had surgery. He said, I just needed to get away from boxing mentally, where I didn't do anything for a year because I needed my body to heal. But he said mentally, he just needed to say, hey, you know what? Let me breathe a little bit.
It's sometimes because it's dependent the people, right? Because sometimes you get depressed and you don't want to do nothing involved about boxing, but you have to keep going. You have to keep moving every time and don't get depressed. And I mean, if he don't do anything, it's bad for you.
Well, no, he said he didn't do anything boxing where he didn't have to train, he didn't have to make a diet. He'd go work around, you know, he would move around. But
it's bad for him because you get depressed for that because you don't have nothing, no one to tell you what you have to do.
Yeah.
In other words, you call that burnout.
Yeah. Well, he said he started boxing at the age of 5, and he was competitive since the age of 5. So he felt like he just needed that break to get away from the sport.
Seems like that break did him well. He's putting on a performance tonight.
Diego, he needs to start moving like the first round. He needs to back and move around, use the jab. Now he's stopping. And he's waiting for him. I mean, he want to be exciting fight because it's toe to toe, but he needs to. He has a better skill.
Good left hook landed by Diego De La Hoya. Another left hook followed by a solid right from De La Hoya. Another one, right, but he's slipping.
You see?
Yeah, now I see why you say you got to put tape every single round. So it lasts like 2.5 minutes.
Has him in the corner.
Man, that's got to be tough for Bernache. You got a bull coming at you. You got no feet underneath you.
You know what happened with Bernache is because he used so much the shoes, the same shoes, and
they have no grip.
Yeah.
Oh, and De La Hoya lets his hands go at the end of the round, connecting strong is Diego De La Hoya, and good for 2.
Yep, that was great for Diego. He threw like 10 punches. Like it was good combination, almost top it. The ring save.
The belt got him right at the end. So Bernache, they're working on that cut from the left eye. Okay, so they're not going to put tape at the bottom. All right, we'll keep up there.
Yeah, they need to do it.
At the corner of Diego De La Hoya with Pedro Valles, Francisco Garcia, and Carlos Anaya in his corner.
I think this fight is a matter of time. Diego De La Hoya has him in his hands. He's going to keep picking him apart.
Look. It was 1, 2, 3. But he stopped it. He needs to like keep going. Diego, keep going. Keep pushing him back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like he did at the end of the round right there.
Like that. But he needs to take distance. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jab. He just throw like hook.
And
hook.
Time has been called. The doctor is being called in to check out Bernache. Bernache looking at Ray Corona like, yeah, I'm good.
I think this is the last round for Bernache.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you say that, Zurdo?
We'll see.
You just have the feeling?
Yeah, I have the feeling that it's the last round for him.
All right, we'll see it. It's the third round scheduled for 10. And the production truck doesn't like hearing that, man. We got to get a lot of feel. But Diego De La Hoya, he wants to come in and be strong and aggressive about it. So I mentioned they had met before, and it was a clash of heads. And then they were supposed to fight, and Diego De La Hoya came down sick the week of the fight, and Bernache just went on a ramble and saying he doesn't want to fight me, he's scared of me, and just letting him have it because he was already at the hotel.
But now he's
here.
He has to prove that he want to fight, right?
Well, here's your chance, Bernache.
He didn't throw any punch, Bernache, and then I think they want to stop the fight.
Yeah, you hear the corner of Bernache. We hear in Spanish something you need to throw.
De La Hoya Diego need to throw like more jab, up and down, 1, 2, yeah, that was good.
That was a good 1, 2.
He hear me.
He heard you, Zurdo.
Jab, move around a little bit. Close the distance.
De La Hoya with 10 stoppages in his career. Very nice by the referee. He is Golden Boy matchmaker.
Yep.
His only loss coming to Ronnie Rios where he was stopped at StubHub Center, Carson. That was a big surprise because Ronnie was the underdog in that. And it put Ronnie's career back on track.
That was a good left hook from Diego. But he stopped already.
So you want to see Diego step on the gas?
Yeah. But he needs to like keep busy, like jab, body, distance, and move. And that's the only thing he needs to do, and he can knock him out.
What do you see there, Scrappy?
I just like the fact Diego De La Hoya is being patient, keep going to the body. Like he's usually like, oh, he just got caught with a left shot.
Bernache counters.
That's what happens when you don't respect your distance, your opponent's distance. You get a little too comfortable, you get caught with a shot.
45 seconds to go in the third round. Diego De La Hoya controlling the round.
Diego need to close the ring, like close it, all the
distance.
The distance, yeah.
Like he's giving Bernache too much room.
Yeah, but
that's a slip. That's a slip.
Yeah.
Feet tangled up. Okay. Nothing going Bernache's way this afternoon.
You need to put again tape. More tape.
Good left hooks from Diego De La Hoya here early in the fight. De La Hoya, Bernache, we're working our way towards Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna.
One interesting thing I see about Bernache, he has a nice double jab, and that's the only thing he has, and that's working.
All right, so Sudo thought it might be done at the 3. He survived.
Yeah, he survived. So I'm wrong, but
but they're working that left eye.
I would like to see Diego using more the jab, closing the distance, pushing him back a little bit more, and throw a lot more uppercut. Upper and body with the same hand.
Upper, follow up with the body. Okay.
And Bernache, he's not doing anything. He's just like holding him and like surviving the round.
Good round for De La Hoya, right, Scrappy?
Good round by Diego De La Hoya. That was a slip right there.
4th round. This is the 4th.
4th round, and wherever you may be, if you're on your way to crypto.com, if you're watching in your car, listening, of course, keep your eyes on the road, or wherever you may be. Si me están mirando en Mexicali o Guadalajara, saludos a todos mexicanos, todos de Chicali.
Nice left hand by Diego De La Hoya.
Yeah, believe me, I had the same problem there, Scrappy, the first couple times I announced this fight. Well, you know what? Let me just say De La Hoya.
De La Hoya, right.
And you hear Bernache's corner getting really loud. They urgency.
Throw it right.
One thing's for sure, he came to fight. This man came to fight.
Bernache lands that left. He sneaks it in there, Scrappy.
That's the double jab. That's the only answer he has as of now, but it's only going to work for so long.
Diego is throwing the hook and he's throwing a lot of hook and he's taking.
You like those hooks?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, big right hand from De La Hoya as Bernache's in the corner. And his corner's telling him, get out of there. There's that double jab Scrappy was talking about. Answered by a right from De La Hoya. Another right from De La Hoya. Yeah, because we're next to Bernache's corner, he said, stop throwing only the jab and a slip there. So the instruction was, the corner told him, stop throwing only the jab, throw a right.
Yeah.
Has he thrown a right at all?
He hasn't. Again, that's his answer. That's the only punch he can land. And you saw it again.
It's because when he throw the right, he's slippery.
Oh, okay.
And he don't feel confident. But it's bad for a blender because that couldn't happen in the fight. Everything had to be perfect when you fight.
Solid shot from Bernache. He lands one. But now I see what you're talking about, Sudo. He doesn't feel confident throwing that right because he can't sit down on it. Gets caught with the left. Walked right into that. A lot of swelling now on the right eye of Bernache. He's already cut on the left. And Diego De La Hoya picking him apart here in the fight.
Diego needs to start throwing more body. He stopped throwing the body. He's just throwing like the hook. You see? Only left hook, only left hook.
He's waiting for a counter. He's not moving. Diego De La Hoya is going to counter him.
He's trying biting now.
Left hook from De La Hoya. Put that one at a time. This is what you want to see, Zurdo. The combinations.
Yeah, but I want to see distance too. Man. Distance. Close distance.
Defensively responsible.
And there it is. Ray Corona jumps in and ends it. Okay, Zurdo, you said you want to see the distance to give himself room to work with.
Yeah,
he did that, and he stopped the fight.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, he need to close the distance, but always put attention. Always like throwing jab, 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 1, 2, back, upper, body, hook, and then you can throw anyone you want. But you have to always have the distance. Right, Scrappy?
Right, absolutely. I know Diego right now, he's feeling extremely happy. He's back on track. Great performance, and I'm excited to see what's next for him.
Yeah, that was a good performance for Diego De La Hoya. A stoppage in the 4th round, 2:51 of the 4th round, because he did what Zurdo de Ramirez said. Give yourself the distance and throw your combinations. Let the hands go.
Yeah, always you have to take the distance and then throw whatever you want. Look.
All right, here's the stoppage,
Boom,
Zurdo.
boom, boom.
Yep.
Body, body.
That was right beforehand.
You see? 1, 2 step, baby step behind.
And here's when he gets into the corner.
Yeah. Good.
And Ray Corona jumped in. He's signing up. Bernache.
Because you have to stretch all your arm, like, and he's more powerful. And you can throw the same hand, upper, body, then you can follow with the right, left, anyone you want.
Great finish by Oscar. He saw the opportunity. Sorry again, Diego. He saw the opportunity and he finished the fight.
Hey, that's what you got to do, Scrappy. You did it recently. You saw an opportunity to end a fight. You do that. You jump on it. You get after it, and you do what you got to do.
In this sport, you can't play. You see the opportunity, you got to take it. It takes one to end the fight.
Mark Kriski,
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ray Corona puts a halt to the fight at 2 minutes and 51 seconds of round 4. And your winner by knockout, Diego De La Hoya.
Diego De La Hoya gets the victory for the first time. He's back in the ring since 2019. He takes care of Enrique Bernache. De La Hoya from Mexicali is now 23-1. 23-1 for Diego De La Hoya as he moves up to a new division at 126. And there you see the sportsmanship between Bernache and De La Hoya. It was a little contentious from Bernache's side. Not anymore. You get the fight, you take care of business. So that's what you got to do wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and Diego De La Hoya gets the victory. Now let's look at the highlights of this fight. Because Zurdo, I've mentioned it, was there going to be any kind of ring rust? It didn't really see any today from Diego De La Hoya. He looked confident right away. What did you like?
Yeah, I like the way that he moved. I like more the first round because he was like taking more the distance, going back, going around. He don't go into the ropes. And then that's what you have to do, like always maintain the distance, do your fights, and tell you the fighter that come to you, and you have to do whatever you want.
All right, so they touched gloves in the beginning, and then they got after it. Scrappy?
They got right into it. Oscar didn't waste no time. He saw the opportunity again and took it. One thing I like about Diego De La Hoya, he went to the body. It was a fast pace and a lot of output.
And he came after him, Zurdo.
Diego, he got caught with
one or two. He got caught a couple times.
You see, that's what happens when you don't keep your distance control.
But then he ended it, Zurdo. He knew to step on the gas.
I knew it. He gonna stop him.
Yeah, well, you said in the 3rd round you thought it wasn't in the 3rd, it was in the 4th. But he got it. A stoppage at 251. Diego De La Hoya gets the victory in the 126-pound division. So I'm looking at some of the tweets. Very nice. They liked him in Ireland. They liked him in Mexico, of course. He gets the victory. Justin Donnelly watching us in Cork, Ireland. Dr. Vitals, everybody else watching in New York.
So it's time for Diego De La Hoya to put work in the gym, back in the gym, and he can. I think he has a lot of
potential
potential.
to be a world champion at 126.
Hey, that's the plan. It says Roberto Diaz, Golden Boy matchmaker. We'll see what's next. But you know what's up right now? Akin Barak. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? Thanks, Beto. Listen, he's been out the ring in a while, De La Hoya, so it's always good scoring a nice little knockout victory after that long layoff.
You know what comes with being out of the ring? Ring rust, but when you got a name like De La Hoya, you can't afford to have that. That's just what it is.
Speaking of ring rust, people thought that Ryan would have ring rust after the long layoff when he fought Emmanuel Tego, but it didn't seem like that. He went 12 rounds trying to knock a guy out, stalking a guy that didn't want to get knocked out. I don't think that ring rust thing, I don't think it applies to everybody. I think if you put the proper training in and the right amount of sparring hours, I mean, you can gel right back into the boxing.
Oh, man, I used to say that. But I do know that sparring, no matter what, is different than fighting under the lights, no matter what. You're going hard sometimes in sparring, but for the most part, you're not trying to kill a guy.
Well, I don't know.
That ring is different.
We spent some time with Ryan at the gym, at the Goosen gym, and it looks like he was trying to kill guys.
No, and he had to take it easy on the guy. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, let's be honest. He looked like a killer. One of the things that he was using a lot in that sparring session with his jab, and that's something that will go far against a guy like Fortuna, who is very shorter, less reach. If he uses that weapon, I think he's going to have a lot of success tonight. But we do know that Fortuna knows how to get around that jab.
That's the thing. Those who know the sport know Fortuna, knows that he's tricky, he's crafty. He actually has some kind of good defense if he's focusing on defense, but we don't know which Fortuna we're going to get. We also see Fortuna move forward. He did that against Jojo Diaz. Are we going to get that Fortuna against a bigger guy, a stronger guy in Ryan Garcia? Who knows?
All right, well, listen, man. You know what we waiting for in September? Triple G, Canelo Alvarez. We put two series together, super entertaining. The making of Triple G and Canelo Unwrapped. Check it out.
Regularmente se dice que el boxeo es el deporte de los pobres, de los humildes, y pues es cierto. La mayoría de los campeones que hemos tenido son gente de clase media hacia abajo, gente que buscó una oportunidad en el boxeo y se le dieron las cosas. Toda la gente se fija ya cuando tienen los cinturones, cuando tienen los carros, cuando tienen las casas, cuando tienen 1000 cosas que no tenían cuando iban empezando. Pero son años de trabajo, años de sacrificio. Para todos los mexicanos creo que hablar de boxeo es llenarse uno de orgullo. ¿Por qué? Porque hemos tenido muchos atletas muy buenos. Estamos hablando de más de 150 campeones que ha producido el boxeo mexicano. Julio César Chávez, Juan Manuel Márquez, Marco Antonio Barrera. Muchos deportistas que han dado su vida al boxeo y que han ido a todo el mundo y les han levantado la mano, han dejado una huella importante para nuestro boxeo, para nuestro deporte y más que nada para México. Y creo que todo eso es parte de que un deportista lo amen en nuestro país. Creo que poco a poco, tanto los aficionados mexicanos como los aficionados al boxeo se han dado cuenta que Canelo es uno de los grandes deportistas que hay hoy en día. El boxeador mexicano, por cultura, se puede decir, es un boxeador que siempre le golpean bien al cuerpo, que tienen buenas combinaciones, que son buenos para tirar sus ganchos. Como mexicano que es Saúl, pues se le facilita porque es la escuela netamente mexicana, una escuela de ganchos. Yo creo que Saúl es uno de los peleadores más completos que hay en el mundo porque sabe trabajar las piernas, sabe trabajar su defensa, sabe fintar, sabe tirar un buen jab, tiene muy buenas combinaciones. Más que nada es un peleador inteligente arriba del ring. El primer día que lo conocí, le preguntaron que como quién quería ser. Y como en ese entonces el campeón mundial era el Chololo, y dice, pues quiero ser como el Chololo. Y el Cholo le dijo, no, tú vas a ser más bueno que yo. Pues al final sí se cumplió la profecía y mira, llegó más que el Chololo.
Cuando empiezan a gritar los aficionados, Canelo, México, pues obviamente te motivas y te emocionas más, ¿no?
No, muy bonito llegar a la arena y ver que afuera del estadio están los mariachis, está contenta la gente y ver como un carnaval mexicano, eso nos llena mucho de orgullo. ¿Por qué? Porque venimos de México, venimos a Estados Unidos y es donde realmente se siente el apoyo de la afición y se ve que se está viviendo, como dicen, el sueño americano. Venir a Estados Unidos a triunfar y venir a hacer una fiesta en otro país creo que es lo más grande que hay.
The Mexican fans are probably the most passionate and knowledgeable boxing fans out there. They get to the venue early to watch the earlier fight. Very passionate about their own, love to sing, love to dance, love music. In his fight against Abdi Yildirim, we had J Balvin perform, who's a huge star. And the ring walk was 7 minutes, right? With fireworks spectacular going off and with 40 dancers on the stage. And you can just see Yildirim watching going, oh no.
Los aficionados pues obviamente son importantes para mí, ¿no? Y quiero que se lleven un buen sabor de boca a cada evento que van, a cada pelea y obviamente que estén orgullosos de lo que estoy haciendo, de siempre poner a los latinos, a México en alto y eso es muchísimo para mí.
La gente, el apoyo que me da es la motivación para seguir mejorando, esto es por ustedes. Solamente quiero decirle que muchas gracias a todos, de corazón, muchas gracias.
Saúl es un peleador ganador, él se ha ganado el respeto del público, de los colegas. Él quiere ser un ejemplo para todos los mexicanos.
Las peleas son una motivación para mí. Siempre me preparo al 100% para ganar. Y más que nada quiero seguir haciendo historia en el boxeo y ser uno de los mejores peleadores de la historia.
Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
Touch gloves. God bless you both.
Nobody wanted to fight him. I mean, he was killing everybody.
I heard the Russian. I heard Abel's guy. I heard Superman. He was like a mythological figure at this point.
В конце концов приходишь на эту арену и боксируешь, когда ты понимаешь, что твои желания, твоя мечта сбылась.
I just wanted to do something big. People were just, are you crazy? You're moving up in weight? But I just wanted to test myself. It was like a movie, man.
Son's gonna die, man. He can't see the punches.
Всегда хотелось именно раздавить соперника, где-то даже его уничтожить, а не поиграть с ним в шашки. То есть хотелось просто взять и съесть его. У нас был диалог, у меня был диалог с ним, с Расадо, то есть он спрашивал, как ты, что ты ешь, почему ты такой. Я сказал, если ты хочешь попробовать, приезжай в зал, то есть и мы потренируемся, и ты узнаешь гораздо больше. Не было его.
WBA IBO middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple J Golovkin.
It kind of like brought this attention that, he needed at that time. And he was the guy, the force to be reckoned with.
То есть я думаю, что именно тот бой, он был такой переломный. Много зрителей узнали именно болельщики. Да, этот бой действительно был очень кровавый, очень зрелищный, очень такой грязи, наверное. И зрителям это надо. Зрители хотят видеть. То есть для них это всегда драма, для них это именно та драма-шоу, что показывается во многих боях. Зрители любят. Изначально зрители любят, как говорится, кровь, хлеба и зрелища. Вот здесь в этом бою именно это все и было. Это такие бои нужны, и их надо проходить. И если ты проходишь такие бои так ярко и так уверенно, значит, это говорит о том, что ты настроен на будущее, настроен на дальнейшее, на покорение, наверное, всего мира.
Look, that's just a little teaser. You guys want to watch all of those? They're available on platform Canelo Unwrapped, making a Triple G. So make sure you subscribe to DAZN. You can watch that. Get you hyped up for September 17th for the trilogy. From two top pound-for-pound fighters to another two-division champion, our girl Seniesa Estrada. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
And one of the top fighters in the world.
Of course. Well, that's what I introduced her. You look lovely. Your outfit is lovely. Ryan Garcia has a lot to prove today. You know, for the last fight, we'll get into that fight first. Last fight against Tego, he didn't score the knockdown. People were expecting that, but he was fighting a guy that was trying to survive.
Yeah.
Does he have to score a knockout tonight to make the statement that he's trying to make?
I mean, styles make fights, so it was difficult for him because his opponent did not want to engage last time. He just wanted to, move and survive. But like you said, Ryan always has so much to prove because everyone's always targeting him. And that's the reason why I always love to watch him fight, because I want to see what he's going to do next, what he improves on. And, Ryan has everything it takes to be the best. He has the lightning fast hands, the power, all the athleticism. But like I said, it's just always fun to watch what he's going to do next, because fights like this get him ready for the big fights like Tank Davis and all those big names in his division.
I think it's like a double-edged sword, because on one hand you have the confidence to say, I'm going to knock him out. Right. Like Muhammad Ali used to say, hey, I'm going to knock him out in 5,
Yeah.
That takes a lot of confidence to say that publicly, because if you don't, people are going to say something. But then on the other hand, when you don't knock him out, you get criticized. Which one do you think is better?
I mean, like I said, styles make fights, and I think Ryan is more confident that he's going to get the knockout this time because Fortuna is going to fight him. He's going to come forward, and that's what Ryan wants. Ryan wants the opponents who are going to come forward and make it a fight so he can land that powerful left hook and he could catch them when they're most vulnerable and while they're throwing punches.
Well, speaking of knockouts and moving forward, that's something you do in the ring very often. I mean, have you ever predicted a knockout and actually execute it?
I have. I predicted my last knockout, yeah.
Oh. So that feels good.
But I don't like to do it all the time because sometimes, you can be wrong.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Can you give us another prediction today?
Another prediction today, I think...
No, wait, I didn't ask the question yet.
Oh, sorry.
Not about this fight, about you and your career. Where can we see you? What's going on? The people want to know.
I'll be back soon. I'll have some exciting news to share very soon about the future and the next steps in my career. So I'm excited. I want to get back in there and I want to, get all the belts.
What can you say about future news?
Future news. I'll be extremely happy with the future to come.
That's the news. I'm going to be happy. You don't know what it's about, but it makes me happy. All right, fine, whatever. But okay, at least tell us this. What weight class? 105, 108, 147? Who knows?
I would like to get all the bouts at 105 pounds and then move up to 108, then 112, and take all the bouts from as far as they're there.
How many divisions?
3
would you want to conquer? Would you be done after that?
Maybe. I might try to do a bantamweight fight. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, listen, moving forward, after this fight with Fortuna, if Ryan Garcia does get past Fortuna, I mean, what opponent would you want to see him against?
The fight we all want to see, not just myself, but everybody, Tank Davis, for sure. Would love to see him against Tank, and I want to see what he does in fights like this because it's going to show how ready he is for Tank. And, there's still a little mistakes that I see from Ryan, and I think in order for him to beat fighters like Tank Davis and top fighters in his division, he's got to, improve on those little things.
Okay, so, Bernard said that he wasn't ready. That was before the last fight with Tego. Canelo mentioned recently that he wasn't ready. Do you think he's ready? Even though he has those couple of things,
I mean, I just couple things. I just want to see him use his defense a little better. You know, be able to roll and dip under punches instead of pulling straight back, because he has the height and he has the reach. But pulling straight back and being vulnerable for shots like Campbell landed, and also his last opponent landed the same shot. So I just want to see him improve on that. And I think, you know, like I said, he has the potential to be the best in the world.
Yeah, listen, we want to involve the fans. Early on, we put out a call to action for people to send some questions. Seems like you just answered this one, which is who are the realistic matchups for Garcia if he beats Fortuna is Gervonta Davis. Right. Obviously, I mean, Barack, I mean, is it going to happen?
Yes, and people are doubtful, but I believe that Tank was already trying to make his way to being, you know, free, so that there's no two sides of the street, which is horrible for boxing. And Tank has been more vocal. You know, the regular Tank is the quiet guy. I just fight whoever they put in front of me. But now he's like, okay, I want you, Devin. Okay, I want you, Ryan. Let's go. I'll fight them all. So I think it's possible. It may happen.
Well, the next question is very similar. If he wins, does that fight have to happen? Like,
who's picking these questions, first of all? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Is the fight? What's going to happen next? Is the fight going to happen? It's going to be on a Thursday?
I don't necessarily think it has to happen. I think there are other opponents out there. We know that's the fight that he wants. Yeah. But let's talk about all of the other. Come on, Barack.
Who?
I mean, there's an undisputed lightweight champion, Devin Haney, undisputed champion. That's a big fight. Like, even if Devin decides, I don't see him vacating those belts and moving up to 140. But even so, it's a great matchup. That's a fight that I think Ryan Garcia needs to value as well, because he is considered the best light in the world. He's undisputed. You can't deny it.
Yeah, but I think Devin is in that mindset of, okay, I was chasing you before, but I'm not chasing you no more. I'm the champ. So you come to me and say you want this fight. Maybe. What do you think? You think?
I mean, would you, Seniesa? I mean, if you were Ryan, and that's the fight that you wanted, would you just continue to chase it? Because he's been getting criticism for calling people out and the fight's not happening, right? Is he doing the right thing? Would you do the same thing?
I mean, yeah, I know he wants those fights. I'm sure deep down he wants them, but there's a lot that goes with it, you know, but promotional things, things that stop it from happening. But hopefully we see that, like you said, it doesn't have to be next, because I'm sure it won't be the next fight, but let's keep talking about it and hope that it's gonna happen soon.
Sucks to talk about it.
Let's go to the next week. Will Ryan Garcia's flat feet be an issue tonight?
Well, here's the thing. If you've seen him with flat feet before, because sometimes he is flat, he is a little bit flat when he fights. You know what he has that annuls that? Speed. So yeah, he's flat-footed, but if you come in and bow, he catches you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Will it be an issue tonight?
You gotta, like I said, you know, just. I want to see him improve on those small things, like being too flat-footed, because he's a tall fighter, and you can't allow shorter fighters to get inside and land those looping shots over the top, because that, you know, he doesn't want to make that his downfall as well, especially with a fighter like Tank, who loves to throw that powerful overhand left that he throws. So I would like to see him hopefully do that tonight and get some improvement on footwork and.
Yeah, but if you're a knockout artist, you have to be flat on your feet sometimes and sit on your punches.
Yeah.
It's tough to dance on your toes and land hard shots to knock guys out. So, you know, it's catch-22. If you're a knockout puncher, you're going to have flat feet sometimes.
Well, you got to sit down on your punches, but I think he has a habit of that because he's used to fighting shorter guys.
Right,
and he's waiting for them to come in, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not something he should be doing all the time.
There's many power punches that also had great footwork. Like Mike Tyson was able to make it his own. He had fast feet.
Yeah,
for
that's true.
Being a power puncher.
Right.
So I know Ryan can do it because he has so much natural athleticism. I know he's fast on his feet, so I would like to see him just show that.
All right, let's go to the next one. Look, if Garcia does knock out Fortuna tonight, what does that mean for Ryan's chances against Tank or higher competition at 140? If he does not knock him out.
Doesn't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really mean nothing because we don't know how the fight's going to play out, meaning he hit him square and he hit him flush and he didn't knock him out, then that might say something. But if that's not the case and he's like Tego running around the ring or whatever, then we can't say anything about it. We already know that Ryan has power. You know how he stopped a gold medalist, Luke Campbell, so we don't have to ask those questions anymore.
What would you say, Seniesa? I mean, if he doesn't knock Fortuna out, is that kind of a problem?
I mean, I don't think it matters. I think styles make fights, like I said, and it could be a different outcome for every opponent.
But would it say that he can't be competitive at 140 with the bigger guys like Regis Prograis and guys like that Josh Taylor?
I mean, his first fight at 140 tonight, so we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, what are you predicting?
I'm predicting Ryan by late stoppage. I think Fortuna.
Wait, stoppage or flatline knockout? Oh, which one? I mean, stoppage could be a barrage of punches.
It could be a one-push knockout. I think.
Why does it have to be so detailed? Like, my God. What round? What hand? Like, come on.
Okay, so I think it would be late stoppage by Ryan. I think Fortuna's going to come out. He's going to start fast. I think Ryan needs to be just a little patient and cautious and take him into later rounds.
Everybody seems to believe, because Shawn Porter said it too, that Fortuna's going to start fast.
Yeah, I believe so as well. But I think body work would be huge for Ryan because Fortuna doesn't look too, too ripped and ready for those body shots.
Well, we got to get you out here so you can get ready for the main broadcast. You're going to be with Shawn Porter and Adeo Ladipo, so we're going to get you ready. Appreciate you taking the time. Make sure you subscribe to watch her on the main broadcast in the fight. And speaking about women in boxing, Kate Abdo sat down with the young star Ryan Garcia. You guys have to check this out.
So one of the big changes that you obviously made during this period of time was switching trainers, right? You decided to leave Eddie Reynoso. You were 5-0 under him, 5 straight knockouts. He was the 2021 Trainer of the Year. He's got this great reputation. You're training alongside pound-for-pound King Canelo. How difficult was that decision, and how sure did you feel, no, I'm making the right decision to step away?
I think I made the right decision because I know, when it comes, everybody always has a lot of take on trainers, and, how important they are. Really, what it is a great fighter makes a great trainer. And I knew that if I felt Eddie wasn't giving me 100%, and if I felt, okay, the first 2 weeks he's not here and I need to make a change, I did it because I demand 100% too.
I mean, that was one of the things that you were public about. Part of the reason why you left Eddie Reynoso, and you said it was because you just felt like he wasn't available to you in the way that you wanted your coach to be available to you. Yeah. Canelo kind of contested that, right? And he came out and criticized your work ethic, your discipline. Yeah. How did you feel about that in that moment?
Well, it started even before that. He started saying stuff like that.
Publicly?
Yeah, publicly. He said that, what did he say? That I'm wasting my talent. Right. And whatnot. And I mean, he was referring to when I was on break for my mental health issues, which to me was kind of, I mean.
So did you feel like
he kind of betrayed? Like, dude, I put in the work hard. You tell me all the time. Like, all of a sudden you go on the media and you answer a question and you just say that. Like, to me, that was like, are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, and after all the people are already talking about me after I'm going through this, and you just add on to the fire, knowing that you're such a big star, what you say is gonna matter. And then he tells me he didn't mean anything about it. But then why go to the media? Why don't you just come to me and tell me personally, Brian, hey man, I want you to get back in the ring. You have so much talent. You should get back in there. Like, why not pull me to, in private and tell me that? That's what I don't understand. There's been many camps where Eddie wasn't there. I'm not going to lie. What do I get out of lying? I fought Fonseca and I only trained with Eddie for maybe 2 weeks, but that's fine. I knocked the guy out and I was happy. I was still doing my thing. I was learning a lot by just watching Canelo, and I was grateful for that and was grateful to be in that environment.
Yeah. Where do you think that the relationship can be restored to now, or is that kind of a closed chapter for you?
No, it's never a closed chapter. I have no hard feelings for Canelo. I think it all, I'm a guy that I forgive pretty much really easy. Mm-hmm. Like, if you say sorry, I'll be the first one. Also, I'll even say sorry or whatnot, you know what I mean? And I'll squash it right there like it never happened. I'm just that type of person. Obviously, I won't forget, but I won't have any type of hard heart for somebody. I just can't do it. After a while, it's kind of like, just come over here, man. Just give me a hug. I don't care. I really don't. And then I just keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's a great conversation there that he had with Kate. I mean, he opened up. That's the first time he really opened up about his little tension with Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo, all of that, yeah.
No, I mean, look, I guess you need to get that out. You need to get stuff like that off your chest, especially with the mental health issues that he was dealing with. But he seems, I guess, like a different person. Like, he got all of that out of his system. I mean, we spent some time with him. I think that his attitude for this fight in between the Ortega and this fight, I like it. He's happy. He's ready. He's ready to prove something. Chip on his shoulder. Doesn't care about the belts. I'm not saying I'm happy about that, but I'm saying his attitude is good.
You never really know. You never really know what a fighter's thinking or why they're doing things now. Because if you look at the Tego fight, he was more relaxed. He was calm. This fight, he's a little bit agitated. He's a little bit more aggressive. You've seen him on the show yesterday, the weigh-in show that we had on the Zone Boxing show, that he was like he was drinking coffee. You know, I was like, whoa, who put the coffee in this guy? He said, I'm naturally like this. You know, so something's spurring up that energy.
Yeah, listen, coming up, look, these fighters are getting prepared. Collazo versus Saludar. I mean, I like these moments from Puerto Rico. Southpaw, skilled. They're getting ready in a few minutes. Collazo is, you know, warming up, shadow boxing, the two little phone things. I'm not crazy about that, Lou, but, and here's a Saludar. Little body shot. This is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, what's important, though, is the stage that they're on.
Yeah.
They're on a big stage. Ryan Garcia is going to bring them out. You're on DAZN, you know, and this is just a good card to fight under.
That fight's going to start in about 10 minutes or so, whatever. But Ryan Garcia sat down to talk about the trainer. We mentioned the trainer, Joe Goosen, and Oscar La Hoya. Check this out, guys.
If you want to take your career to another level, you have to fight Ryan Garcia, and it's pretty unique because of the situation that Ryan is in, because he doesn't have a world title yet. He's still young. He's on the verge of breaking through, and yet he's the most popular fighter out there.
Like Ryan? Yeah. Why? Because he's really fast. Yeah, he's my favorite fighter.
You know, I wanted to train Ryan when he was 17, you know. I thought that much of him, and I was not taking on young kids at that particular time. Anybody that age, that was just an amateur still.
All right, we're moving on from Eddie. Who do we go to? And I just thought to myself, well, I did have a great relationship with Joe. You know, at that time, I still remembered it, so it must have been, you know, meaningful. So as I called Joe, it was still the same, you know, great conversations. And to be honest, I stayed in contact with Joe a lot of the times, asking him about how he thought about my fight, because Joe has a very great mind when it comes to boxing and everything else.
Ryan's attorney and manager had called me and said, Joe, I need to talk to you. And I said, Lupe, I got to call you back. And he goes, well, you better make sure you do. And that's when he sprung it. He goes, can you make it down to San Diego tomorrow? And I go, well, you know, we made a change in training and Ryan wants you to train him. And so, of course, you know, I jumped on that. I do know this. He's like an incredible athlete. And he hits harder than maybe anybody pound for pound I've ever worked with. And I've worked with some great fighters.
I think I've accelerated my skill level drastically in this camp. I don't know what happened. I just turned the corner. All I could do is point to God how fast it worked. But I know that I'm sharp enough to take on anybody in this division. And I look forward to fighting Gervonta Davis next. And that's who I've constantly said. And people don't like it because they think I'm overlooking Fortuna, but I've been training like I haven't been. So really the truth is I'm not overlooking him.
You know, Barack, that's a great piece right there. Look, that's saying a lot. Joe Goosen, who's been around the sport so long, saying that pound for pound, Ryan Garcia is one of the hardest punchers, is the hardest puncher that he's ever trained. That's saying a lot.
It is, and he also says that he has the capability to be one of the best fighters of all time and to retire undefeated, which is definitely saying a lot. Now listen, Joe Goosen looks younger than he really is. He looks younger than his career. He's senior to guys like Freddie Roach and guys like that who people respect. So Freddie Roach and those guys respect him, you know, so that is saying a lot. And I think that the biggest thing in getting a new trainer is the trainer feeling comfortable and being happy and feeling more confident.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's much more than a denim outfit, Joe Goosen, man. Experience. And that gives a fighter a certain level of comfort. Yeah. Look, Eddie Reynoso is a great trainer. Sometimes you need chemistry. Outside of experience, skill, you have to feel comfortable with the fighter. Like you said, trainer feeling comfortable with the fighter, but fighter feeling comfortable with the trainer. And we spend time in that camp. We said that several times throughout this broadcast, and we see the camaraderie in that gym. We see the level of respect they both have for one another. When Joe says, hey, Ryan, get to this, get to that, there's no back and forth. Ryan knows his business, but at the same time, Joe allows him to be Ryan. He allows him to be playful. He allows him to have family around. But when it's time for business, Joe puts his foot down. They have a great chemistry in that gym.
Listen, social media is very important in today's world. It is the culture of our time. Guess what? Ryan is still following Eddie Reynoso. That shows they do have a relationship. They are comfortable with each other. It's just that Ryan was discussing the time. The time really wasn't available for him. Now, just think about it. Eddie Reynoso's name on Instagram is Canelo's team. So maybe Ryan is like, I need my team. I need Ryan's team. You know, that's why I'm training hard for. I should be the #1 guy, and that's probably what he gets with Joe. So they called Joe. Lupe, his lawyer, called Joe, and you know what Joe did? He packed all his denim outfits, moved to San Diego for this pretty boy right here.
Well, well, now, they're not in San Diego. You know, they're training here in this part of Cali because we were here a few weeks ago. So he's obviously comfortable with him. Like, this is a little footage of him working with Canelo back in the day, but he's comfortable where he is. And I hope that one day, you know, they can, recently I heard he was trying to reconcile with Canelo, putting out a peace offering, the olive branch to Canelo saying, I'm cool, and I hope the same can happen with Eddie Reynoso. Both guys can wish each other the best. Ryan went... yesterday said that, look, he'll love to invite Canelo over to the fight. He'll get him tickets if he needs to. He'll like to go to his fight. So there's progression here because a few weeks back, before the Bivol fight, he told us he wasn't going to the fight. Now, him saying that he will go to the fight, well, and he wants Canelo to his, that's saying a lot.
He was saying that he wouldn't go to the Bivol fight because he felt like that would look like he's trolling. And then he actually lost. So I think it was best for him not to go. But more importantly, I think he looks up to that legend, and he would rather have that legend's blessing moving forward.
Well, I think regardless of what trainer he's with, he's definitely one of the most exciting fighters in boxing, in all of boxing. Electrifying, explosive, and this is the reason why 10 seconds. And from his own words, Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia is being groomed for greatness.
Here goes the first. Oop. I stunned him.
Garcia closing in now.
Boom. That's all she wrote. Good night. But I'll tell you the story about this, okay? I'm Ryan Garcia, and this is the best 10 seconds of my career. I'll set the scene. I'm in the locker room, and I always play worship music and I always talk to God before I step in the ring. I don't do anything else. As I was doing that, I felt an aura just come over my gloves and just a feeling of knowing. You understand what I'm saying? The feeling that I knew I was gonna knock him out. And as I knew that, I was already praying for him to wake up because I didn't want him to be asleep forever. So I came out, I was feeling good in the ring. I shoot my shots, I'm landing them at ease. He's throwing punches that are out of range. I'm continuing the pressure without putting too much pressure to make it sloppy, and I didn't want him to be too worried. So immediately I went into a defensive position to try to invite him into a shot. Right here, he's throwing a shot that he knows he shouldn't throw. And for that split second, he's vulnerable to get knocked out because he won't see the shot coming. Now that I look back at it, it's like, I felt like I had like hours to hit him with that shot. As I'm looking at it now, right, it looks so like in an instant. But when I'm looking at him right here, I had about a second to land that left hook. I was like, oh wow, he's leaving his head there for that long. And I was like, all right, boom. When you know you knock somebody out, it's not because you hit them hard. It's more like you hit them and their body disappears. You know, look at me, look, I don't look strong because I'm not that tough guy. You know, I'm not the guy that, you know, is just looking mean, angry. But it's something inside me that has this fire. It's belief, it's this energy inside me that when I throw a shot, it comes all out. It only comes out when I'm throwing punches. I'm doing anything else, I don't got it. It went viral. It went nuts. Everybody was talking about it. LeBron James. I mean, so many big celebrities. So much hype around it. I delivered an amazing knockout, and that's the recipe for viralness. That's how the world repays you.
This kid is a superstar.
I felt so great. I can't even explain that feeling I had inside me.
King Ryan.
King Ryan. That nickname just stick well to me. When you're winning like that, you feel like you're royalty. Just like LeBron James, he's King James. He's king of the court. And I want to be king of the ring. And that was the best 10 seconds of my career.
All right, that's a great piece. Listen, Collazo and Saludar, they're done warming up. They're ready to get into that square circle and get it popping. So we're going to shoot over to our guy, Beto, to get the final fight on the prelims done with.
Great job, Akin Barak. Thank you guys so much. Great features on Ryan Garcia, who's the main event tonight, taking out Javier Fortuna. But right now, a good one. The WBA minimum weight title eliminator, Oscar Collazo de Villalba, Puerto Rico, in only his 5th pro fight, has the opportunity in a big one tonight against former champion Victorville Saludar from the Philippines. This should be a good scrap coming your way right now. Our ring announcer is Joe Martinez. He's ready to bring the fighters to the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Crypto.com Arena as we now enter into the final bout of our preliminary action scheduled this afternoon in Los Angeles. And first to make his way to the ring in this 12-round WBA minimum weight title eliminator from the Philippines, here is Victorville Saludar.
Oh, you hear that song right there? Get you fired up, Zurdo Ramirez.
This song right here makes me want to go run some miles right now.
Yeah, Scrappy Ramirez off the run.
Shows up.
There it is. Saludar coming from the Philippines. Mis rocking the Laker cap. His trainer with the Dodger cap. Former champion.
I think it will be an interesting fight because he's a title eliminator, and Collazo, he can become the faster champion.
Yeah,
in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico, yes. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. He can make history
if he can get past Saludar. A good scrap coming your way.
And his opponent ready to make his ring walk into the red corner from Puerto Rico, Oscar Collazo.
Oscar Collazo, y saludos a toda la gente en Villalba, Puerto Rico.
Saludos a la gente en Puerto Rico, a los latinos sobre todo.
La canción Pa Bravo Yo de Justo Betancourt. That's the song he's using. Oscar Collazo, the 25-year-old. Miguel Cotto Promotions is his manager. Promotions, along with Golden Boy. So it's the first time he's fighting in Los Angeles. Good attitude, good vibe about him. Great personality. Pupillo is the nickname.
I like the hat.
I'm expecting a lot from Collazo. He also had a good amateur background.
Big amateur background.
So he's skilled, and I'm excited to see this.
Zurdo, after the fight, go ask him if he wins, if you can have it. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I will.
And now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go 12 rounds of action. This scheduled for the WBA minimum weight title eliminator. It is brought to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Cotto Promotions. Sanctioned by the WBA, the 3 judges scoring Raul Caiz, Ray Detseco, and Pat Russell. And when the action begins inside the ring, referee in charge, Sharon Sands. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with gold. He weighed in officially 104.2 pounds. In 26 professional fights, his record stands at 21 victories, 5 defeats, 11 wins coming by way of knockout, presenting the former two-time world champion from Polomolo, Philippines, Victorville, Saludar! And across the ring stands his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black and yellow, he weighed in officially 105 pounds. In 2019, he captured Pan American gold. As a professional, in 4 bouts, he is perfect. 4 victories, no defeats with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the WBA's #2 ranked minimum weight contender in the world, El Hijo de Villalba, Puerto Rico, El Invicto, Oscar, El Pupilo Collazo.
Come on, Vic. Come on, Vic. Oscar. All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBA minimum weight title eliminator. I expect a good, clean fight. Here's the belt line. Keep the punches up. Touch gloves. Come out at the belt. Thank you.
Sharon Sands, the third person in the ring today. Always good to see Sharon inside the square circle. We're underway. Beto Duran, Zurdo Ramirez, and Scrappy Ramirez. And with you, ready for this one between Oscar Collazo, Victorio Saludar, Patrick Russell, Raul Cay Sr., and Ray Danseco, your judges. Collazo, the southpaw with the white gloves. The Filipino is Saludar in the red. And Collazo, step up here in his 5th fight, immediately pushes back Saludar.
Both of them came out the gate pushing.
105 pounds, the minimum weight. Collazo is 5'1". I saw him at the press conference, and I was hosting it, and I saw a young man in a nice suit, wearing glasses, taking pictures. I honestly thought it was a member of the media. And after he comes up to me, how you doing? I'm Oscar. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've seen your highlights. I am not going to mess with you because he has some power behind those hands.
I like his style. I like the way he moves. He's patient, throw jab. But Saludar, he's good too. He's tough. He's tough.
A lot of experience also. 21 fights, 5 losses, 11 knockouts.
Yeah.
Should be an entertaining fight.
Former champion of Saludar.
And I think all the Filipino guys, the fighters, is like they try to become as a champion, as a Manny Pacquiao. That's the role model.
Yeah, it's like all the Mexicans are Chavez, right?
Yeah, Chavez, yes, of course. And Collazo is with Lotto promotion, and he's I think he has to be really exciting, really motivating for this fight because it's a title eliminator. He can become the faster champion, and he can make history in Puerto Rico.
And for Collazo, he's a young fighter, big opportunity, and huge amateur background. So a lot of upside on this young man, but it's a tough one against Victorio Saludar. And you know this, Zurdo, when you step up in competition against guys that have been there before, you see different things. That from Saludar that throws a different angle.
Yeah. Saludar, he taking with the right hand. Collazo, he needs to move to his right a little bit more. He needs to like go around, and he needs to go forward, closer, because the other guy, Saludar, has more distance.
That's the voice of Zurdo Ramirez. Scrappy Ramirez is 10-0 in his own right with 8 KOs. What do you like so far?
You got seen, he just switched stance. He perhaps saw something, but went back to southpaw.
Saludar in the red.
Saludar, he's waiting for him to throw the right hand, is taking the distance, and throw the right and hook. For Collazo.
Collazo going to the body here in the first round. Final seconds of the opening round. It's scheduled for 12 in the WBA minimum weight title eliminator.
Great first round of boxing.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Especially for a young man like Collazo going 12 rounds. Completely different attitude, right, Zurdo?
Yeah, Saludar, he started like slow, but now he's taking the pace, and he's taking punches too, and he throw a lot of punches. and it was a really good start for both of them. I think it was even for me.
For Collazo, that's Juan de Leon, Carlos Ortiz, Felix Collazo, and Ramon Rivera in his corner. Scrappy, what'd you like in that first round?
Just Saludar being patient and countering every time Collazo steps in. I think Collazo needs to jab a little more and not jump in with the jab. Every time he jumps in, he gets countered by Saludar. So throw some feints, smoke.
But do you see Saludar? He throw 1-2 right away. 1-2. Before was like 1-2. It take a little time, but now it was 1-2, and he
changed the rhythm.
Yeah, he take it. He changed the rhythm, and he take it the Collazo. He take that right hand.
Miguel Cotto Promotions is on the side of Oscar Collazo in Villalba, Puerto Rico, where he's from. And for him to be in his 5th pro fight, an opportunity. Obviously, in the minimum weight division, you can move faster. Just like the flyweight division, you can move faster if you're talented. And Collazo definitely that with a big amateur background.
Collazo utilizing his footwork, window shop, trying to see any openings. You see the face with the jab.
And Saludar very confident. I saw his social media account from flying over, looking good. And he's a veteran fighter. Zurdo, you know this way as you're moving up in your career, when you're the younger guy and you're going up against former champions. They're not intimidated, right? Because they know what to do. So if you're the up-and-comer like Collazo, what does he have to do to control this fight?
Saludar, he's doing good. Collazo, he needs to put everything that he put in the preparation, right? And he need to going forward a little bit. He need to move the head, move side, move the footboard too, and close the distance. Saludar, he's confident right now. Look.
Yeah, he seems very confident, Saludar, and he should be. He's been here before.
He has a lot of experience too, Saludar.
Let's not forget this is a 12-round fight, so you gotta set the punches in. Perhaps the game plan is to take it to deep waters and then get to work. As you see, Collazo being defensively responsible, using a lot of footwork.
And we're in the corner of Saludar, so you're hearing the Tagalog. Body work, good by Collazo, the right hand. That's the combination you were talking about, Zurdo.
Yeah, he need to throw body and not body. That's the way that he want to take it.
Also, what I see is Collazo's just putting mental pressure, so that means Saludar is punching. The only way to keep him off is by punching, and sometimes that's a technique to take him to deep water and get him tired.
But you see, Saludar, he only looking for the right hand.
Collazo bleeding from the nose with 28 seconds to go in the second round. The Filipino fighter is a tough out. He's very confident, landing his shots here in the second.
Collazo needs to move the head a little more. Head. And he needs to throw body, the right into the body, and the uppercut with the left. And close the ring, close, and get the distance. Put pressure.
Nice
counter by the Puerto Rican in white. Saludar, look at you, got me on that one.
Yeah.
What a round.
Yeah, it's starting to heat up here. We're working our way towards Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna at the top of the hour. DAZN takes over with Ty Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix. And that's going to be Ricardo Niño Sandoval taking on David Jimenez. Let's look at some of the replays from that second round between Saludar and Collazo. You see the blood from the nose.
Yep.
Zurdo.
Yeah, but that was Collazo. He throw a body shot. That was good, but he need to move when he got down and then going up. He need to throw the hook, like right there. Move the waist, jab, and the left to the body too.
One thing I noticed about Saludar, he's panic punching a lot, but it's working. He's punching at the same time. Collazo steps in. But one thing, is that going to last throughout the rounds? That's my question.
You talk about that deep water, Scrappy Ramirez, and it's also just uncharted territory because this is only his 5th pro fight, so we can't say the experience without a doubt on the side of Victorville Saludar.
But preparation, I'm pretty sure preparation was well done, so that's where he has the experience.
Collazo, led by Miguel Cotto. So he has Miguel, he has the name Oscar. You're like, okay, that's cool. Well, he was named after Oscar De La Hoya. Collazo's mom, big fan of Oscar De La Hoya, named him Oscar. Collazo was on Puerto Rico's Olympic team for the 2020 Olympics, but there was no light flyweight division. A real good story by Jake Donovan in boxing scene that gives you the background of Oscar Collazo. He said, I want to be here. This is an opportunity for me. He's won some awards. He won tournaments in South America. He sees himself as somebody who's making Puerto Rico boxing. He knows that he's one step closer to it. You know, the WBA has one title holder. That's Eric Mini Pac-Man Rosa. And that's a target of Collazo, then maybe a shot at a WBA super champ, Neom Trong, who's 23-0. So good job by Jake Donovan in boxing scene, giving us the breakdown of who Oscar Collazo is. You know, he was a gold medalist at the Pan Am Games in Peru, so he has that experience of going around the world and fighting, but there he gets caught. There's Collazo.
Yeah, he needs to move the head. He's doing a really good job now, Collazo. He moved the head, he moved the footwork, everything, and throwing like jab, 1-2, and body. That was a great job of
using different angles of attack.
Now he's getting confident, Collazo. And Saludar, he's just waiting for him. He don't move his foot. Looking for the right, Saludar. But that's, you see?
That's what you like right there.
Good angle by Oscar.
Nice shot by the Filipino.
That's the price. That's the price you pay when you stay in front of your opponent and you're seeking to gas him out. Sometimes you take unnecessary shots, but there's a reward at the end.
30 seconds to go in the 3rd round. Starting to pick up between former champion in Victorville Saludar and the Puerto Rican Oscar Collazo.
Collazo is doing better. Doing better here, confident. He moves the footwork. And he has to put a lot of pressure. And he has to move the head all the time. When he throw the combination, he need to move the head and then again throw the combination again.
Good round. Good back and forth action there.
Nice.
Beto, let me tell you, the lightweight division is getting active. There's a lot of good fighters in those weight classes, and this is one of them.
Yeah, the minimum weight is what we're watching right now. The lightweight division at 135. Ryan Garcia, the main event tonight. But the 105-pounders going back and forth. And then after this, the next fight is going to be the flyweight division. 112-pounder Ricardo Sandoval, David Jimenez. But there you see Saludar knocking his shots, taking his time. You know, the experience, you can never say enough about that, right? So it just helps you so much.
No, but Collazo has a lot of experience. Yep. He has a lot of experience. But that's what I say. He can become the faster. He can make history in Puerto Rico.
And that's what they're trying to do. But first, he's got to get past a very tough Victorville Saludar. Saludar coming off a split decision loss to Eric Rosa in December. That was a fight in Dominican Republic. Collazo in his last fight, he took care of Pedro Villegas in a 3rd round stoppage also in December.
Good body for Collazo.
Now this is where, all right, we've had a couple rounds to fill each other out, right? So this is when the next phase of the fight happens?
Yeah, and Collazo, the good thing, I like what he's doing, like he's moving to his right. Moving to the right, get away for the right, the Saludar right hand.
Saludar turned pro in 2013. A victory. Suffered a technical decision loss in his 3rd pro fight. And after that, he's been on a roll. Body shot. I don't think Saludar liked that body shot as Collazo goes back, hits him with the left, moves him back against the ropes.
He smells blood.
Uppercut landed by Collazo, the Puerto Rican. Having a strong first half of the fourth round.
I like Collazo. I like the way he's moving. You see, he put the shoulder, he blocking. I think he had to touch a little bit and then throw body.
That's the voice of Zurdo Ramirez, 175-pounder. But the round along with Scrappy Ramirez, who's 10-0 with 8 KOs here ringside. Okay, good scrappy to Oscar Collazo, Victorio Saludar.
Oscar's showing no respect.
Well, you can't, right?
No, but I like it because the pressure's on, you know? He's not stepping back. He's staying busy with the jab and foot feinting. He's always doing something.
Yeah, but Saludar, he don't have like too many plans. He just tried to throw the right hand.
I think Saludar is the type of fighter, he's more of a, in situation, he reacts. You know, he's not planning, he's not trying to set up. He's more in the moment type fighter. As in Oscar, he's actually planning. He has a purpose, you know. There's a purpose with every move, every punch he's throwing.
Yeah, Collazo, he's so slow, but now he's
he's cutting the ring, jabbing.
Moves side to side. I like it.
Nice.
I like what he's doing.
Yeah, Saludar gave him a look like he got me there. Good fourth round for Oscar Collazo.
Great round.
Yeah, good one. That's the way Zurdo likes it. The crowd's like it. I'm pretty sure they're liking it in Puerto Rico. There he is.
There he is.
Puerto Rican legend, Miguel Cotto. Man, the battles he's had over the years.
One of the best to ever do it, man. This man inspired me, and you know, I'm looking to do what he did, and even better.
I used to grow up watching YouTube, his videos, motivation, fights. When he fought versus Margarito, he was the first one. He was great.
Yeah, he likes it. I mean, you're not going to get expression from Cotto. I'm pretty sure inside he's feeling, yeah, this is good. That's how Miguel Cotto is. Cotto Promotions did a good job. How do you feel that Collazo's doing right now, Zurdo?
I feel good. He's doing a great job. He picking the pace and keep put a lot of pressure to Saludar. And he starts low, but now he's like I said, he's picking the pace and move forward. Everything I love what he's doing.
He doesn't look like a fighter who's only had 4 pro fights.
No. I mean, he has a lot of experience for an amateur, but it's different in professional, right? But he looks like he has a lot of experience.
It looks like he's figured out Saludar.
Yeah, he has the answers to his style already. He's just in front, being defensively responsible again. I like the foot feints by Oscar. That's really changing the timing for Saludar.
You said the foot feints?
Yeah, the foot feints.
What is that?
You foot feint, you make him think you're about to jump in, you know, and that's he's making Saludar throw a reaction, you know. He's looking to counter, but you make him think you're gonna attack, but you're not attacking, you know. That's changing the tempo, you know. That's throwing smoke. Yeah. That's the thinking man right there.
The kind of stuff you guys work at Brick House.
Always.
The gym, you guys are there?
And the funny thing is you put a lot of pressure in the fighter because you back and forth, and he don't know where you going, huh? and which punch you will throw.
He's slowly breaking him down.
Collazo is starting to pick up the pace here in the 5th round. Body shot from Collazo. And Saludar defensive. And Collazo sees the shots coming now. Saludar dropping his hands a little bit. Body work again. Defensive is Saludar, and finally gets away, but not for long. More body work from the Puerto Rican Collazo in white.
I love it.
He smells blood. He's not getting off of him.
And you can't with this, Zurdo, right? You see this? Get on him?
Yeah, you have to put a lot of pressure. He needs to throw more body shot, move the head a little bit more.
It's easier said than done. You know, when you throw a lot, it's a high pace. I know Oscar is digging in and he's a little tired, but you know he wants to get the job done.
But he put in a lot of pressure, mentally pressure to Saludar, because he's moving forward, back and forth, throw punches, body punches, up and down. He don't know where he's coming.
30 seconds to go in the 5th round. Good action here at the Crypto.com Arena in downtown Los Angeles. Main event tonight, Ryan Garcia, Javier Fortuna. Right now, the Puerto Rican and the Filipino putting on action for the crowd. And thank you for watching wherever you may be. Saludos a todos que están en Puerto Rico. Mabuhay. Those watching us in the Philippines. Good body work at the end. Good scrap. Good action, back and forth. We've already had victories for Miguel Gaona and Diego de la Hoya on the card. And then at the top of the hour is going to be Ricardo Sandoval taking on David Jimenez, the WBA flyweight eliminator. Sandoval, El Niño from Rialto, California. Jimenez from Costa Rica. Pura vida. He's undefeated. Then after that, there's going to be the WBA super featherweight eliminator, Lamont Roach Jr. taking on Angel Rodriguez from Colombia. That's 22-1-1 against 20-1. And the co-feature tonight, Alexis Rocha coming off a big knockout of Blair Cobbs. He takes on Argentina's Luis Verón. And of course, the main event, Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna. And it's going to be a star-studded affair. Ryan saying on a radio station here in LA with the Cruise show that he expects LeBron to be here. Members of the Rams, Aaron Donald is going to be here. A lot of hip-hop artists are expected to be here. A lot of YouTubers. So it's a ticket here at Crypto where if you want one lower bowl, you're not going to get it. Right now, there's still a few tickets upstairs, but lower bowl, good seats? No, not happening. That's the star power of Ryan Garcia. That's the main event tonight. But right now, Oscar Collazo starting to pull away from Victorville Saludar as we go to the 6th round.
Right now, a lot of these people coming out. There's a crowd now.
Yeah, it's starting to fill up nicely.
I give 2 more rounds for Saludar.
All right, here we go.
If he is still putting that pressure, same thing, 2 more rounds.
All right, so if he keeps up what he's been doing, Zurdo saying by the 8th, we're done. All right, let's write that down, Zurdo Ramirez.
Jab. Fin.
You see the foot feint? That's the foot feint. He wants to see a reaction.
It's the little tiny details. That's why I love working with elite fighters like yourselves. It's the little tiny details that me as just a broadcast, I can't pick that up. So I love learning from you guys. It's real good stuff.
He do fin and then he land the shot. Look.
Can you do that too, sir? That 175 and 6'3"?
Of course. I'm lighter fighter.
Light on your feet, right?
Yep.
Saludar slips.
And I like going to the body. Fin, body, with the head, fin, jab, fin, again with the footwork. Look.
I like his different way of entering. He starts with the body, ends on the head. That's a good way of entry, Oscar.
I don't know what they say, but they tell him like
you heard the jab.
Throw the right, they say.
Yeah, that's the corner of Saludar. He's not throwing much this round.
He's slowly breaking down. I said this before. He's taking him to deep waters, and he's executing the game plan. The game plan was to take him to deep waters, break him slowly, and you guys see him. He took some shots, but that was part of the game plan.
Collazo's nose is bleeding in the 2nd and 3rd, and they stopped that. And now he's starting to control this fight, moving Saludar back.
Collazo, he's controlling all the fight right now. He's controlling. I like what he's doing with the footwork. Is the thing that I like the skill of the fighter when has a good footwork and throw combination and be patient and don't get hit. That boxing, it's like an art.
Stay responsible. Stay responsible.
Body. He hear me.
They hear you, Zurdo Ramirez.
This is where you see a little bit of not having experiences where he gets over aggressive at times.
Who's that?
Oscar's getting over aggressive at times, and that's why he gets caught with shots he shouldn't be getting hit with, you know. But again, you get that through experience, and right now I'm pretty sure he's going to learn from that. But overall, great performance, in and out, full work, mental pressure.
Yeah, a lot of calmness in that corner of the Puerto Rican.
Sometimes it takes a lot of energy to start like jumping back, but that's why the Scrappy said he need to be patient a little bit. Sometimes you just need to do like baby step and move the head, and then throw the punch.
That's the voice of Zurdo Ramirez, who a few years ago, Zurdo didn't even want to talk in Spanish, let alone English.
Spanish,
Now he's all doing it. Great job, Zurdo. A lot of respect to you.
Thank you.
Jumping on a broadcast for the first time in your career in your second language, man. Respect to you for even going and attempting that. And great insight tonight, too, man.
But I like it. I love it. I like to communicate with the people. I like to talk with the people now. And I mean, I want to be a role model for all the people, too, that they can do whatever they believe.
And you're definitely doing that. La gente de Mazatlán, Sinaloa.
Así es. Puro Mazatlán. Saludos a la gente, a los latinos sobre todo, puertorriqueños. Estamos viendo una excelente pelea por parte de Collazo, se mueve muy bien, está moviendo la cintura, se quita los golpes y está tirando el cuerpo.
There it is, doing that right now. Here's Collazo, moving around.
Body, he needs to throw body too, again. He's slowly to the body. He needs to like close the ring.
It looks like Saludar is taking the deep breaths in the ring too, right?
Yeah.
He gets hit, then he takes a breath.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to know where you are, like in position of the ring. Like sometimes Collazo keeps.
Oh, that body shot got him. Saludar, the delay effect. He didn't go down, but they're going to count it as a knockdown. As Saludar, the body shot to his left side was delayed, and he caught him. So Saludar with the standing 8. Collazo jumping on it.
Again.
Oh, and a left from Collazo. More body work from the Puerto Rican in white. Attacking the body. That's the plan. Is Collazo. Saludar's trying to cover up. And Collazo goes down. Saludar answers back. He hit him with the body shot. So the first time in his career, Collazo goes down. So Saludar, desperate, answers back.
Yep.
That's what I was telling you earlier about not being experienced, you know, being over-aggressive. You pay the price.
So how does Collazo answer back going down for the first time in his career here in the 7th? And Saludar, how much more is left in his tank? A left from Collazo, moves back Saludar. Oh, heck of a 7th round. Collazo and Saludar, another body shot. Going upstairs is the Puerto Rican Collazo. Body work again. Saludar trying to cover up. Collazo trying to pick his spot.
Nice turn by Saludar.
Final seconds of an exciting 7th round. Both fighters hitting the deck here at the WBA minimum title eliminator. Puerto Rico and Philippines firing up.
What a round.
Heck yeah.
Well, great job for both of them.
Zurdo, you said you gave him 2 more rounds and it looked like Saludar might be done.
Yep. This one had to be done.
This is the best round so far.
Both of those, yeah.
And this is why you never count out a former champion, the heart of a champion. And let's look at the replays here, Zurdo.
He is confident.
That got him right there. That was that delayed body shot.
Late reaction to the liver.
All right, and then now Saludar. Oh, he got him on the butt
with the uppercut. And you see, and that's what happened. He was leaning forward and just found a chin.
Yeah.
He found a home for that uppercut.
I thought he got him in the body, but it was the uppercut that got him. All right. Good job by Saludar going back. There we go. We got some action here.
Let's go. Sometimes you throw and you forget to back to defense. To do defense. Because you get so exciting throwing a lot of punches, but you have to be responsible all the time.
Well, especially when you're only in your 5th pro fight. You gotta learn.
At this position, it's elite level. But look, you have to be aware all the time of the position that you have, like right there, right. You have to maintain in the ropes all the time.
One thing I noticed every time Victoria gets caught is every time he stands back or pull back.
Now
I suggest him sit, don't pull back, and you'll be safer in there. You know.
Right there, he has to maintain it in the ropes and throw, get the distance all the time. Be patient. Look, now he's taking the distance. Saludar. He's taking his time.
So Collazo's letting him off the hook here.
Yeah.
You want to see pressure from the Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but smart pressure.
Smart pressure. Responsible.
Oh, that got him there. That caught him. Saludar on the ropes, trying to fight back. He's also covering up though.
He need to be patient right there. He need to be patient. Don't throw a lot of punches.
How much is left in the tank of Saludar? Those body shots are starting to take a toll. Deep press from the Filipino. And he answers with one body shot, does Saludar. Collazo with the uppercuts, doubling it up, spins him around. Halfway through the 8th round.
Collazo need to do feint and throw body punch.
So feint and throw the body, okay.
Right there.
Wrong body shot.
Like that, be patient.
I like to call that throwaways. Those are throwaways.
Yeah.
You touch, make him think you're going up top and surprise him to the body. And that's what he's doing right now.
And here, we can hear the punches landing hard ringside. The body shots from Collazo starting to take a toll.
But what I'm impressed is Saludar, he didn't do any expression in his face.
No.
So no emotion.
None. He's a machine in Saludar. Fighting back.
Collazo need to be patient. Like that. Patient, jab. Just touch, and then hard point.
And just when you think he's done, he finds a little extra in the tank, does Saludar.
Let me tell you, when you look at your opponent and he's not hurt, that kind of hurts your soul because you're hitting him with everything and you're not getting the response you want from your opponent. That might put some fear on you. And he's showing no emotion. Look, he's fighting back.
He hurt.
But he's fighting back, Zurdo. Another solid round.
You see, he gives the space. He gives the time to breathe. He gives the time to breathe to Saludar. That was great. What a round. One more?
You give him one more?
Yeah.
All right, Zurdo.
My prediction is going all 12. What a round. It's a back and forth.
That was the delayed body shot.
Oscar keeps going to the body. I think he might stop him to the body. I mean, he found a home for that left hand.
You can see the left side of Saludar's body.
It's getting bruised up. As we said earlier, I've seen a lot of touch up top and going to the body by Oscar. And I think he's going to continue to dig that right hand to the body. He's found his answer to the body. He's been successful, dropped him twice.
Great night.
Head to the 9th round.
One thing I like to do is see body language off the round. Check the body language.
After the round, Zurdo Ramirez, Scrappy Ramirez, and the Tagalog you hear, that's the corner of Victor Saludar, who's 21-5, former champ. Is trying to hang on. He's throwing punches. But it's Collazo, the young 25-year-old, who's controlling the fight right now.
Yeah, he's controlling the fight. And need to do feint, throw upper and body.
As you see right now, he's controlling the range right now, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing too spectacular, just jab, controlling the range.
But Collazo, he's slowing down now, and it's good for him because he needs to think. the way that he can throw the punch and cut and don't get cut.
Exchange.
And sometimes you don't need to throw a lot of punches to put a lot of pressure, mentally pressure to the fighter. Just move, getting closer, and cut the ring. Fin, uppercut, Collazo.
There you go. You can hear the instructions. They're picking up, getting a little louder in the corner of the Filipino Saludar.
I think he landed a home for that left hand again to the body.
We're in the 9th round. Young Oscar Collazo, has never been this far. The most he's ever fought, 6 rounds. That was in 2021. He's fought 3, 2, 6, and 3. Big step up, also in competition for Collazo. He's looking good. They both went down to the 7th.
Yeah. They did a great job, both of them. But I like Collazo. He's winning the fight, putting pressure. He need to be responsible all the time. Where he at. They throw a lot of punches.
Yeah, they do. They weigh 105. They can throw a lot of punches.
Welcome to the minimum weight.
Yeah. I don't want to be box rec right now. I don't want to be Dan Canobio and his squad. The CompuBox, when the CompuBox numbers come out, Canobio and his squad. Good shots landed by Collazo. Two good rights.
I think for the judges, it has to be hard for be a small weight class and they throw a lot of punches, right?
Yeah. Zurdo, you fight at 175 pounds, right?
Yep.
You're 6'3"?
6'3" and a half.
I gotta get the half in there, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you weighed 105 pounds?
Say that again?
¿Cuándo pesaste 105? Last time?
Yeah.
Like elementary?
But I used to fight in 52 kilos.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how much is in pound.
Okay.
52, I think that's like 123, 125.
I was 12 years old, and then I moved all the way until heavyweight.
So 52 kilos was 114 pounds.
Yeah.
And then you grew.
Yeah.
And then now you are 175. So you've never been 105. And let's look at the body shots that Collazo was landing. But he also went upstairs, Scrappy. You like that. That body going up.
Of course, you when you go to the body and finish up top, or you start at up top and finish it to the body, that kind of throws away. It's kind of hard to figure a fighter out.
Victorio Saludar, the Filipino in the red trunks and gold. He's got the experience on his side. Mentioned he started boxing as a pro in 2013.
Collazo need to close the distance right now. Close the distance, put the pressure, but mentally pressure, just close the distance. Don't let it go to in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
Go to a rope. Take it to a rope all the time, and he will feel like in the deep water.
Saludar's been the difference. He's been a champ. He's been here before, but it's been a while since he was the one controlling and doing things.
But he's
been here.
Yeah.
Ya sabe.
Collazo give you hope. Give you hope because he throw punches and he got it. And that's why Saludar, he's getting confident.
So Collazo's letting the Filipino hang around.
Yeah.
Okay. So by hanging around, he's giving him that confidence.
Yeah, that confidence that, okay, they give hope. When they hit one time good shot, they give you hope for Saludar.
I disagree. I think Collazo needs to go more to the body and he'll finish him, Saludar can take a punch,
But is he letting him hang around a little bit?
He just can't find a punch, and he doesn't want to gas out.
Okay, I can see that, especially when you never done that before.
Now he's utilizing his footwork. Look, as you see, he's boxing him, using angles,
Yeah, but sometimes it's taking a lot of energy to boxing, to be a move around and don't throw punches.
Instead of going at him.
Yeah.
At this point, it's better to play it safe than to play it safe.
So, Scrappy, you're saying go the distance, play it safe. Zurdo said, forget it. Let's get after
that's
it.
what I see from him right now.
Okay.
You know?
For me as a fighter, I say go forward and knock him out.
So Zurdo wants a knockout.
Yeah.
You want him
We
to
all
finish
want
him.
a knockout.
Okay.
That's why I send him to put a pressure.
We
but
don't
smart.
We don't get paid to go overtime.
But you don't, Scrappy, in your opinion, you don't see Collazo being able to pull away and finish it.
No, he
the
just
way
gets,
the fight's
he
going.
gets discouraged. I mean, he lands a perfect shot and he doesn't get the reaction he wants. You know, that's discouraging at times.
And this is
especially after you drop it twice with a body shot, you know, and you keep on coming, keep on coming. He's dishing out. His put out is a lot.
And that's also part of when you're stepping up in competition. There's levels to it.
Right, right. But again, a good champion knows how to make adjustment, and he just made an adjustment.
You agree? You agree, but I want to see knockout.
That's the attitude of a fighter. Zurdo Ramirez is here ringside and doing a broadcast for the first time in English. And, Zurdo, you're seeing a lot of things. But are you saying that you want a knockout because you're a fighter or because that's what you think Collazo can do?
No, I think Collazo can do that. He can knock him out. That's why I hope that he do it.
I agree with you. Can he do it? Absolutely. Yep. And mentally, is he capable of doing it? Does he think, can he finish him? I don't think he believes he can finish him.
Zurdo, what about this, though? Collazo did get hit and went down. Is that maybe something he's thinking, like, okay, the Filipino has a little bit of power?
No, it's like Trappy said, he don't want to burn them out, like energy that he has right now, because it's the 10, 11 round, 12 round.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good. I love the debate. Going back and forth. That's good stuff, man. It's almost like you guys knew each other and you work out at the same gym and have the same trainer and same manager, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
It looked like.
Yeah, it looked like. And you guys just saw the modern day twins. It's not Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito. It's Zurdo Ramirez and Scrappy Ramirez. Brickhouse Boxing here in Southern California. Julian Chua does a great job with you guys as his trainer. We're in the 11th round. Collazo and White, if you're just joining us. We're working our way towards the main event of Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna. Top of the hour, the zone takes over. Ricardo Sandoval and David Jimenez. That should be a good one.
In this round, Collazo needs to be smart. Take less energy.
He is being smart. He's being smart. He's boxing using his foot. Real basic punches, straight punches, you know. Nothing too crazy. Hands are up tight, being responsible. Look, he just got a reaction. Then he hurt him.
If he do the same thing, he won't. We will see it knock him out. We will see the knockout if he's still doing the same. Collazo.
Box Rec Gray, Cynthia Conte, they say they agree with Zurdo. They want exactly what they're saying.
Right?
Shout out to everybody watching us around the world, especially all the boxing media across the U.S. checking us in right now.
You heard.
That's the look right there.
Saludar with the body shot. Again, but he did it new.
I like the way Oscar's cutting the ring. That's real smart, making your job easier cutting.
Yeah, but the position is all the time
right
good.
there. Look,
right there. Let it stay there. Look.
Against the ropes.
Now
Keep him against the ropes.
Okay.
Look what's behind you. Open space.
Look. Go around, close the distance, Close the ring, and don't give space. Right there. Body.
Tito Alberto Javier with the instructions from the corner. Like the corner Saludar is just yelling, get going. You hear the urgency in their corner.
I mean, I hear the corner saying only jab. Victoria doesn't have a jab, unfortunately, but a jab does make your job easier, and it will come in hand right now.
At this position, at this time, you need to be aware for the position. He needs to be in the middle of the ring all the time, or put the fighter in the rope. Saludar had to be in the rope all the time. Don't give it hope like that. Look, now he's
nice. Good turn by Collazo.
10 seconds to go in the 11th round. Blood from the nose of Collazo here in the 11th. So Saludar was able to spit the guard a bit.
This is where your amateur experience comes in, you know, using that in and out movement, footwork, jab, not get hit. And we're seeing it right now. Great display of boxing by Oscar.
This is the last round. Last round. This is championship round.
It's zurdo knowing the terminology in English. Sí sabes, mijo.
Yep. Of course.
And that's the corner of Collazo.
This fight's still up for grab. Any fighter can get it, you know. Let's see who wants it more. Oscar has to play it safe. Victorio has to go and bring the dog. It's now or never.
Put everything that he has right now. It's now or never. Saludar has to.
This is what we train for as the fighters, you know, for hard moments, man. That 12th round.
Collazo has to be smart, has to move around all the time. He's winning.
And look at the body language. He's waiting for him, so he's ready. I like that.
For the first time in his career, Oscar Collazo in the 12th round. The WBA minimum weight title eliminator. The winner becomes the mandatory and the shot at the belt. Both fighters went down in the 7th. Collazo's controlled the majority of this fight, but Saludar has been able to land some punches. He's been in the mix. It's not been easy tonight for either fighter. We're in the 12th and final.
What a great job by keeping his outside foot outside of Saludar.
Collazo, huh? The southpaw?
Yes. That foot positioning can make your job a little difficult, you know, and just being aware. I mean, you see the results.
So you need to maintain the distance all the time.
That right there lands a solid left, knocks back the head of Saludar.
Back to the middle, positioning. You always want to be in a good position.
Saludar is just tough, man.
Yeah, it is. He's tough. No motion.
Now they're just urging on.
We're tough. We hear Victorio's corner telling him he's down on points. He needs a knockout. Last round.
Do you speak Tagalog?
A little bit.
Poquito.
Not Spanish, man.
Tagalog is a little bit of Spanish.
It is a little bit. There's some words that are there. And they're telling him, keep on coming. Right hand from Collazo.
Bang, bang.
Nice. Yep. Bang. See,
I don't know what that means, but bang, bang.
Bang, bang is ode to Jim Lampley, man.
Bang, bang is 1-2. 1-2.
Matigas means tough in Tagalog. I grew up in Carson, so I know some Tagalog words. I don't know much boxing.
This round it's in Oscar's pocket already. You know, he did what he was supposed to. You know, now it's on him. All he needs to do is stay responsible. It's your fight.
Yeah. He's in the pocket already. He needs to just move, be smart. He don't need to risk anything now.
Saludar's tough, man.
Nice.
A lot of heart for him. A lot of heart for Oscar Collazo, who's feeling it good. The final seconds of the 12th and final round. A good scrap back and forth, Collazo and Saludar.
What a performance.
Se acabó. It's over. Tapos na. Wala na. The fight is done. That means over in Tagalog right there. Nice. A good one between Oscar Collazo and Victorio Saludar is going to go to the cards. And the team for Collazo, Juan De Leon, Carlos Ortiz, Felix Collazo lift up their fighter. Feeling pretty good about it. We'll go to the decision.
Saludar is tough, man. He's tough. Tough guy.
Vamos con todo. Zurdo, for your 5th pro fight, take on Saludar. That's hard,
yeah,
man.
It is.
También. Listen, if you're on a mission, you'll take on anyone.
Exactly.
I can relate.
Well, the difference is when you hear down to the ring, you can see everything right, but when you're in the ring, you don't think if he's tough, he's not tough. You don't care. You want to just hit some.
You just want to knock someone out.
And that's it.
Yeah, right now I want to thank everybody in the production show. Great job directing, producing, the graphics, everybody in the camera, replay, everybody. Great job this afternoon here on the 3 fights that we had. Working our way towards Ryan Garcia. Scrappy Ramirez, Zurdo Ramirez making their broadcasting debut. And Zurdo, I can't say it again. For you to make your broadcasting debut in your second language that you're still learning, beyond impressed, man. That's awesome. It takes a lot of guts to even do that, man. Great job.
Thank you guys for having us, man. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's different when you actually have to watch every second.
Next time,
right.
Hey, next time everyone will call me Zurdo Mike.
Zurdo
The magic Zurdo.
He wants to be Magic Mike, a dancer. He wants to be on Dancing with the Stars. Now he's a broadcast. He's taking everybody's jobs here in LA. That's Zurdo Ramirez. And you got to go ask Collazo for that hat. You got to. Well, tell Miguel.
That's the Puerto Rican hat.
One. Joe Martinez, who won?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and here are the totals. Judge Kai scores at 118-110. Then Seiko 116-112. And Patrick Russell has it 116-112. All for your winner by unanimous decision. Se mantiene invicto and still undefeated, el Boricua, Oscar, el Pupilo Collazo.
Ahora sí. Vete a comer mofongo. I was talking with him in the interview. He's like, I just want some mofongo, brother. Some tostones. He's ready to go. Quiere comer. He's going to eat really well when he goes back to Villalba, Puerto Rico. He is now the mandatory in the WBA minimum weight division. So congratulations to Oscar Collazo. It wasn't easy. Zurdo, he learned a lot because he went 12 rounds. He also learned how to react when he gets dropped. Yeah. Really important. A good quality round for him today.
He went to school. It's like you going to school and he gets a lot of experience for this fight.
As a young fighter, you need these type of fights.
Yeah.
You need these type of fights. You want a championship. That's the type of fight that will get you prepared for the championship. Yep. So this will get him better, and he'll learn from it, and his next performance will be even better.
His next performance could be for the world title. I mean, you start negotiating.
It should be.
It should be. That's the expectation for him.
But
and he's on a fast track. He's only 4-0. Now 5-0.
Like that 5, man. Give him a respect there, Scrappy. He's 5-0. Oh, they're... So this was a good scrap. It was scheduled for 12, and it went the distance. Scrappy, what do you see right here?
You know, he came out and executed his game plan. His game plan was to stay in front of him, jab, and he broke him down. He stayed in him, made him panic punch, went to the body, and dropped him. He got caught. But overall, I think that was a great game plan, and he came out victorious.
And he just kept going. They went down. They had a good time. And they were a back and forth action. And they learned.
Look what I get. Yeah. Look what I get.
Yeah, it's Collazo. It's over here talking to you, Zurdo. But it was a fighter who had the moment, who went back and forth. And he dropped him a couple times with the body work. He was able to take advantage of it. And he went down, but he recovered, Scrappy, and that showed a lot about it. His heart, able to come back and get that fight.
Right. I mean, listen, when you get dropped and you come back and finish, I respect that.
And that was exactly it. They respect him. They go the distance. Oscar Collazo, Villalba, Puerto Rico, 5-0. The WBA minimum weight title eliminator.
A man with a purpose, with a mission.
Young man. All right, let's go. It's a good night of boxing here in downtown Los Angeles. Our guys, Ak and Barack, taking you.
That was a bomb burner, like I said, all right?
Was.
Here's a reminder of what's to come up next on the main card. All right, we got here in the crypto, we got at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Ricardo Saludar versus David Jimenez. Then Lamont Roach Jr. takes on Angel Rodriguez. Then to the co-main, Alexis Rocha against Luis Varane before the headline act sees Ryan Garcia put his undefeated record on the line against Javier Fortuna. All right, folks, listen, as for us, it's over. Peace and love. We enjoyed you. Make sure you guys enjoy the card. Scan the QR code or subscribe to the Zone and watch all the action. Peace and love.
That's the art of it. When I train my hardest. Boxing is the most honest sport. If you say you're a warrior, the truth comes out in the ring. I know that as long as I get to the ring, I'm gonna be great.
This crowd stunned.
But I can never underestimate anybody. If he makes it hard, so be it. I'm ready for it.
Ryan Garcia is being groomed for greatness. Can he do it as he takes on tougher and tougher competition?
I'm ready to show the world there's no limit to how good I could really be.
I did what I always do. Seek, destroy, take you away. But beautifully.